Well, hello.
Welcome to Shop on TV. How are you guys? It's so good to have your company. My name is Charlie. First things first, how was your Christmas? How was Boxing Day? As if we're Saturday already. I can't believe this week. It just flies by, doesn't it? But wherever you're doing, wherever you're from, I hope you had a lovely, magical time. Do you know what? I don't know about you, but is the temperature dropping?
It is
really dropping. Now, I'm not a winter person. When I was younger, I used to love looking forward to different seasons. I love the warmth, the fun of summer. I quite like the romance that autumn can bring. Winter? Do you know what? Winter? I'm actually getting to the stage where I find it quite boring. I'm actually finding it quite tiring. And that's partly because it's so bleeding cold. It gets so cold, doesn't it? And I'm told actually, I've read on the news earlier on, also the crew have been telling me that we are set for, and I don't want to do this to doom and gloom, very cold winter ahead. But do you know what? That brings me to how are you feeling at night? Are you feeling cold at night? Are you waking up during the middle of the night? How are you generally sleeping? Now, do you know what? There are so many factors on there that can help determine a good night's sleep. One of those is comfort, and that's where this comes in. This is all about Mulberry Silk. Now, if you've seen these shows before and you've been waiting for that right time for you, maybe getting Christmas out the way because it's not the cheapest time of the year, is it? Well, we have got so many different sizes of duvets. We've got some mattresses in stock. We've got pillows. We've got silk pillow covers in stock too. We have got a lot going on today. So the point I'm making is, if you've been watching the shows previously and you just want to crack on and buy these, then go ahead on the website. I'm here with you until 3 a.m. So we've got lots more to go through. But let's check this out, because this is the website, shopontv.co.uk. Now, we've got all the sizes of the duvets. I might add, they are standard UK sizes. So that's a big box ticked right there, isn't it? You've got the single, you've got the double, you've got the king, or you've got the super king. So we've got all sizes covered, all common sizes covered. Now, do you know what? We talk about duvets. Lots of them have synthetic fibres. Lots of them have feather, or a mixture of feather and down. This, my friends, is Mulberry Silk. Now, there are various different grades of Mulberry Silk. My friends, this is AAA grade. They say, and people tell you, experts, including our Ray, who's normally with us, will say it's the best silk that money can buy. Why do people like it? Well, it's naturally hypoallergenic, which means it's great for allergy sufferers. Dust mites, for example, they cannot live, they cannot survive on Mulberry Silk. More about that later. It's breathable. So this is going to be a great duvet for all year round. Cool and comfortable in the summer, and cosy warm in the winter. And that's the natural properties of silk. We have got a lot of information to give you. We have got a lot to give you. Now, do you know what it is about keeping warm in the winter? It's about keeping cool in the summer months. So this truly is an all-year-round mattress, and it's breathable. Now, John, when was the last time you actually washed not just your duvet cover, but your actual duvet? You can machine wash this as many times as you like at 30 degrees. But even when it's line dried, you can put it in the tumble dryer. It's like having a fresh new duvet every single time. Do you know what? Some duvets, have you noticed, they get a bit crumply, don't they? They get a bit matted in the middle. Sometimes you get hot spots, sometimes you get cool spots. Well, that's not going to happen with this, because if I actually hold this duvet up, we've got the king on a double. I like the drapage that can give you. Some people do that. Obviously, you want the double for the double, you do you. But if you want extra five-star hotel kind of drapage, if you want the drapage, then you can do. Who doesn't want a bit of drapage? Okay. Why am I holding this up for you? Well, firstly, it is so beautifully soft. It's so luxurious. There's various different reasons for that. I'm going to get into in a second. But you can see you've got box stitching in here. That's what keeps all those strands of those natural long fibres of AAA grade silk all in check. So you're not going to get hot areas, you're not going to get cool areas, because you do get that sometimes with duvets, don't you? You move it around. Have you noticed if you're hot in the night, you take it off, and then you're too cold, you put it back on, then you're too hot to put it back on, or you're trying to find a cool spot in your duvet. This is so consistent throughout your entire duvet. People love this. If you ask people, and we're bound to get reviews later, especially when we join our friends on ITV1 about 20 past 1 today, bet lots of people will say the number one reason for buying it, do you know what? It keeps me feeling just right. I'm never too hot. I'm never too cold. Regardless of what season you are in. There's no top ratings. That's for synthetic duvets. It's irrelevant when it comes to this. It's the one thickness, if you like. It's just the size you choose as your double, your single, your super king. But when it comes to quality, this is some of the best AAA grade Mulberry Silk that money can buy. But there's two ingredients. More about the silk later. But what's actually on the top? Well, this is Egyptian cotton. Now, if someone says to you, I've got 200 thread Egyptian cotton. Very nice. Anything over 200 thread count is considered luxury. This is 230. So we are well into the luxury realms here. This is like five-star hotel quality we've got here. It's beautiful. You know when you get to that hotel and you think, firstly it's the comfort, but it just feels different. It just hits differently sometimes, doesn't it? You think, if only I can have this sort of thing, this level of luxury at home. Well, you absolutely can. We've got lots more to go through. I've just started. We've got so much. I'm going to talk to you about silkworms in China throughout the show. Strap yourselves in. Pour yourself a cup of tea. We've got lots and lots to talk through. Now, let's just talk to you about the prices here. We got, like I said, all the sizes available. So if you want the single, the double, the king, or the super king. Here we go. Now the single. Normally the price here, £169, but our price this morning it lowers to £139. So you're going to save £30 on this. If it's a special show we got today, right? Double duvet. That's £239. Our price lowered by £60. £279. So if you buy the double, the king, or the super king, whichever one of those you choose, you save £60, folks. Now, not only that, you can spend that cost interest-free using PayPal Pay and Free. Just select that before you check out, and it'll divide them into interest-free payments. You can shop on the website. Or you can give us a call. It's 03333 241 241. So 212998 is the item number for the Mulberry Silk Duvet, and then it's a drop-down menu. You just select whichever size you like. Even if it just starts off with a single for the spare room, just to dip your toe in the water, as they say. As long as you can get something that's Mulberry Silk today, just so you can experience the benefits. And there's lots more. We're going to talk about moisture-wicking properties of Mulberry Silk. We've got lots and lots, folks, to talk about. But do you want the single, the double, the king, or the super king? We have got varying levels of stock, by the way. I really don't think we've got many singles left. Normally the double and the king are the most popular, so if that takes your fancy, if it's for you, your main bed, if it's for your guest bedroom, then they are very, very urgent indeed. Right, now, we talk about allergy sufferers quite a lot during Mulberry Silk shows. Now, do you know what? It's quite. If you do some research online, if you just type in benefits of Mulberry Silk, wow! I mean, it's overwhelming. If you type into Google information, they're not selling it. They are literally just passing on the information. And it really just opens your eyes to the benefits of this. People have been using these for years. Okay, now we talk about allergies. The Mulberry Silk we've got on today's show, whether it's the mattress, which got a layer of Mulberry Silk, whether it's the pillowcases, or the duvets, they've been approved by Allergy UK. And we've got the certificate here to show you that. This is a very highly renowned level of approval. Okay, the guys at the company who supplied these to us, they had to go through rigorous testing to get this. And it's not just one and done. They regularly check them, and they turn up unannounced to make sure there's reasons to get the real deal there. And this is what they've had for many years now. So this is the seal of approval Allergy UK. But why is this good for allergy sufferers? It really, there's two things for me actually. It really comes down to dust mites. Dust mites. I mean, as soon as you hear the word dust mite, you don't want those in your bed. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of them completely in the household. They're in our carpets. They might be on your sofa cushions. They might be in the curtains. It's not actually the dust mites that's a problem. It's their droppings. Bless them. It's their skin that they naturally shed. That's what can trigger allergies. It might be that if you've got runny nose, maybe itchy skin. They're really not good for people who suffer with asthma or people who suffer with eczema as well. Again, always do your own research online, of course, too. Dust mites can be an absolute nuisance. In fact, they say, just some hints and tips, vacuuming regularly can help, which I'm sure you do. Keeping the moisture in your home less than the humidity less than 50%, because dust mites don't like moisture, and that's where this comes in. Mulberry silk is naturally moisture wicking. So not only does that stop you getting hot and sweaty and clammy, it's really good. It makes it uninhabitable for dust mites. But it's not only that. Because it's got such a tight weave, dust mites can't penetrate properly into mulberry silk. And the natural protein in mulberry silk, it just repels them. So there's a few reasons why dust mites cannot survive on mulberry silk. The main one being it's too dry for them. They cannot survive on it. So if you do suffer with allergies, this is a really, really good thing to consider. It really could. It could change the way you sleep. It could almost improve a quality of life to a degree. You know, who knows? It might do for you. But something that has Allergy UK approval is really quite something. As far as we're aware, we haven't found another company who supplies mulberry silk duvets of this nature who has got that seal of approval. You might find one, there might be one out there, but it's not widely known. So we're very, very proud to have that today. And that has been the case with the company who supplied this to us, RK UK, for a long, long time now. So you've got peace of mind. So allergy sufferers, if you want something that's breathable, then that's going to give you a lot of peace of mind. Okay, talk about peace of mind. You know, sometimes when you buy duvets or pillows, when you open it, that's it, you're done. You're absolutely done. Well, because the company, Ray, of course, Ray's company who supplied this to us, they are so confident when it comes to their quality. Well, they give you, on the duvets, a 10-year guarantee. 10-year guarantee. I mean, I honestly can't, I've never heard that on a duvet before. If you think when you go into a supermarket or in markets and so on, you think, how do you see 10-year guarantee written actually on the packaging there? That's what you get. 10-year guarantee with the duvets. You actually get a 10-year guarantee with the mattresses, a 5-year guarantee on the pillowcases, and a 2-year guarantee on the pillows themselves. So that's absolutely ideal. And you can keep washing them as well, which is machine wash them. You know, I do my, it doesn't take too long to dry actually either, because these aren't thick, heavy duvets. These are, it's all about mulberry silk. It cocoons you throughout all these different seasons, so you haven't got to have a heavy tog for winter or a light tog weight for summer. This is the only duvet you need for all year round. Now, if you're tempted by this, the single, £169, you're saving £30 there. If you want to go for this one here, the double, you're saving £60. That is excellent value for money. The King, by the way, it's one item number, then you just go to the website, shopontv.co.uk, click the drop-down menu, and you'll see it all there. Right, OK, now the Super King, you can see it right here. Well, I've just been told we don't actually have many of these, less than 20. Less than 20. That's not going to last till 3 a.m, I don't think, based on how popular these have been in the past. In the single, we've actually only got 11 for you. Right, we've only got 11. That's not going to last. We're only just approaching 12:15. We're here for another 2 hours and 45 minutes. If you have got any questions, then email us in. It's studio@shopontv.co.uk. Right, 3 payments of £47.98. If you want to go for the single, grab it. With your PayPal Pay in 3, what we've got is the postage packaging. We actually divide that between the 3 instalments. So that includes your P&P as well. So literally, folks, today, the total you pay on the first instalment is £47.98 for the single. So 212-998. But you know what? It is getting so cold, isn't it? And do you know what? I sleep so badly sometimes, I really do. Do you ever find you just can't get the right temperature? Or maybe you're too hot because you have too much of your duvet is too thick. Or maybe your partner's too hot. Maybe you're too cold. If your partner's too hot, they say that to me a lot. And stop it. Stop. Talk about temperature. Stop it. We're getting silly now. But you know what? Yeah, stop putting the cover. And you know what? With mulberry silk, it naturally adapts to your own body temperature, because as we go through the night, as we go into deep sleeps, if the temperature is a little bit hotter than usual when we go into seasons, it naturally fluctuates with your body's temperature. So if you're if it's a hot summer's evening, it's going to keep you nice and cool. If it's a really cold, freezing outside wintry night, it's going to keep you nice and cozy and warm. Right, so if I've got any questions, just keep them coming through. We have got the duvets. If you're going for one thing today, because I understand that maybe it's unaffordable, the duvet, or the mattresses for that matter, but the pillows are absolutely gorgeous. Now, Ray, who is often with us from the company, of course, who supply the Mulberry Silk range to us here on Shop on TV, this is something that Ray's had for, was it 30 years, was it? Did I hear that right? Sorry, 35 years. He washed it 3 times a year. You can do it lots more than that. And it still looks like the one that I've got. The one he brings in, he shows it to you. Now, if you've got an old pillow at home, you know, I've got one. I've got a really old one. It's lumpy. It sags everywhere. It droops. I wake up with a funny neck sometimes. If that resonates with you, try this. Everything from how it feels to the height is just so perfect. We describe this as medium firm, by the way, so it's a really good happy medium. But there are various different properties to this. So what's in the pillow? What's it all about? Well, first and foremost, it's got a fibre core. So that's what helps it to retain its shape. So you know sometimes you wake up in the night, you're pushing the pillow, you get a bit frustrated, you're trying to find that spot. But maybe you do wake up with a funny neck sometimes because it's just so uncomfortable or it's just not right for you. Well, this one springs back because it's got that fibre core. So that's a big one. But throughout the entire surface, you have got a layer of mulberry silk. It's actually, I believe, about 5 or 6 miles worth of mulberry silk on one pillow. It gets ridiculous. So that's really good to know. So if you wake up maybe with a bit of a sweaty neck, maybe your hair's a little bit damp, you know, that can wake you up. Do you know, that can prevent you from even falling into a deep sleep, because as we know, when we sleep, we go into various different cycles. And if you're dipping in and out, if you're waking up every few hours or so, it's less likely you're going to get into that full natural restorative sleep, which we need, of course, for various different reasons, which we'll get onto later. But you've got the mulberry silk there on the front and on the back, so you're going to get the natural hypoallergenic properties, so it's really good for allergy sufferers, and it's going to be breathable. So this is going to keep your head, your neck warm in the winter, and it's going to keep you nice and fresh and cool in the summer. Why? Because mulberry silk is naturally moisture wicking. It can absorb, I believe, up to around 30% of our moisture. Do you know we sweat about up to around a pint each day in bed? Did you know that? I mean, it sounds like an awful lot, actually, but some people do say that. I read that online earlier. But especially in the summer, if you're really hot. OK. So mulberry silk pillows. You've got a cotton exterior, so it's a really lovely thread count, 230 thread count, so it's Egyptian cotton on the outside. You don't need a pillowcase, you can use it as it is, but we do recommend them, especially because of the ones we've got on today's show. But ordinarily, this would be £60. It's now 40. You're saving £20, folks. So 230 thread count cover. So 654433 is the item number. 3 payments of £14.98. It's lovely. Do you know? Oh, you know when you come into that long day, if you have that long day at work, you know when you say, as soon as my head hits the pillow, or I'll be out. When your head hits this pillow, it cradles it. It's so lovely to experience. If your budget allows for just one thing, even if it's just for you, just get the one pillow today. You might want to get, maybe you want to get 2 to sleep on, or 4, 2 for you, 2 for the other half, or just for the guest bedroom. But if you do wake up with a clammy neck, a little bit hot and sticky in the night, that can prevent people from having full, healthy, restorative sleep. It's very likely that this is truly going to help you, folks. So you've got a fibre core for that stability, and it feels so lovely. I mean, the height and everything, it's just perfect. And do you know what? We get lots of feedback. Are you a back sleeper, side sleeper? Is it weird I sleep on my stomach? Is that weird? I'm one of them. I'm like that. I feel, is that weird? Do you know, it's actually from my home and or in hotels. So it's wherever I go, that's how, I never wake up like that, but I'm literally, my head's in the pillow. I lie on my stomach. Is that weird? Any other front sleepers? Email us in, studio@shopontv.co.uk. We need to get the bottom of this. I need to know. Are you a side sleeper or a back sleeper? I reckon side sleepers, I don't know this, being silly. I reckon side sleepers is the most popular common side or common position. I reckon it is. What's Paul? You're a back sleeper. You're a side sleeper, are you? Go on then, Roberta. Are you a side sleeper, back sleeper? Front sleeper, I think, here? I don't know. I reckon a front sleeper too. But you know what? We got a combo. I do a bit of both. But Roberta likes to mix it up a little bit. I like it. It gets boring, doesn't it, Roberta, the same side? Oh, tedious. Do you know what? Talk about being tedious. Don't you hate just lying in bed? No, bear in mind, I love lying in bed, but when you can't sleep, I cannot stand it. I actually get a bit worked up, especially if I've got an early start. Even if it's just to get a plane to go on holiday. So then I think, I spent all this money, I need to get a good night's sleep, or what if I miss the plane, all these things. And they wake up and think, well, what was I worried about? It was absolutely fine. But it's the first few hours, it can be torturous. I can't stand it. And quite often it's because I'm either too cold or I'm too hot. I just can't find the right temperature. And that's, again, why people love Mulberry Silk. It naturally adapts to your body's temperature and to the seasons. So it's going to help keep you, and this is just natural. We're going to get into that. In fact, you know what? Let me actually show you. Well, why does it help regulate your body's temperature? Why does it adapt? Well, it's actually such a natural process. This is silk at the end of the day, okay? Now, I haven't talked about the quality of the silk. We're going to shortly. But this is actually a cocoon from the silkworm, who are indigenous to China. Now, the silkworm, in order to survive before they turn into a moth, they go through various different seasons, okay? So they go through naturally natural climates, very cold temperatures to very hot temperatures. And that's why they naturally release this silk. This keeps them cosy and warm, and it keeps not too hot. This keeps them healthy all the way until they become a moth. That's the natural life cycle of a silkworm, of course. This is like their house. You know, in one cocoon there could be like a mile of mulberry silk in there. A mile's worth, and you can see you can get like 5 miles worth in a pillow, and it could be even more in a duvet. Now, yes, this is AAA grade. What makes that AAA grade? Well, it's a few reasons. Firstly, this is natural long fibre. They're human picked. When you get to poorer quality mulberry silk, they're quite often machine picked. They get a bit brittle. It can be a mixture of offcuts too. But long fibres, it feels a lot more luxurious. It's got longer durability and it lasts longer, and that's why people absolutely love mulberry silk. AAA grade mulberry silk. So what's AAA grade? It really relates to the long fibres, but also the actual colour. If you look at a poorer grade of mulberry silk, you're likely to find spots. It can be slightly coloured. You can actually get rough patches of mulberry silk, and it just does not feel the same. So mulberry silk, folks, it's not just mulberry silk. And when it gets AAA grade like this, they say this is the best silk that money can buy, AAA grade. And it's this quality, this high quality, luxurious silk, whether you're buying the duvet, the mattress, the pillowcases, or the actual pillows themselves. Okay, now, we have had reviews from our mulberry silk lineup. Mags has emailed in, and we get bombarded with emails. When we join our friends at ITV1 in about an hour's time, no doubt they're going to absolutely love this. So Mag says, I have both the Silk Supercoon duvet and pillow plus the mattress protector. I wake up really refreshed now, plus it helps ease my pain, which is brilliant. I love my silk duvet and pillow. I would never go back to old duvets now. Or Mags, do you know what, that says it all. And if you're still watching, happy to be flicked on, then thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate it. But waking up really refreshed now helps to ease your pain. I mean, that is worth every single penny. It really does. And if that's worked for Mags, it's worked for so many of our customers. The return rate is so low. It's so low. In fact, actually, whilst we're talking, while we're looking at the pillows, the first year that this pillow was released, right, how many do you think it was? Well, I'll tell you, actually, I'll get straight to the point. 86,000, right? 86,000 pillows. How many how many were returned? So what's the percentage? I mean, 5%, 10% would be good. You know, that would be good, wouldn't it? Well, it's not even 1%. In fact, I can actually give you a specific figure. So 86,000 of these were sold in the first year these were released. Do you know how many were returned? 15. 15. Was it 19? 15 or 19? It was 19. How incredible is that? Yeah, 19. That is absolutely incredible. I'm honestly blown away by that. Now, other pillows, Ray has told me, who has quite often been here in the studio. When it comes to pillows, you're the ones you buy in a supermarket. As soon as you open them, you can't return them. They may say you have to take them to landfill. You can't even take them to a place like the Salvation Army and so on, I'm led to believe. But if people were able to return some pillows that they bought, they reckon it would be about 65%. And it could be recycled bottles people have in bags here. It could be full of recycled plastic. How on earth is that going to keep you warm? That's not going to wick away moisture. It'll be awful. And you know, as soon as you buy pillows from supermarket, let's say, I don't know, 2 for a tenner or 4 for £20, that kind of thing, and I've done it. And it's okay for a few nights, but have you noticed after a few weeks it goes flat? It doesn't spring back, and then you're fighting with it. You're trying to find the cool bits, or if you're too cold, you're trying to find the warm bits. Well, this is where it comes in. Mulberry Silk, so it's got a fibre core, so it's going to spring back into its natural shape, so it's always going to bring the comfort in that regard too. It's just right, the height is just right, people love it, but it's breathable. So if you're worried about having like a wet neck, if you wake up and your hair feels a little bit clammy, I've had that, and you think, oh, you feel a bit groggy in the morning, don't you? It's probably because you've been too hot in the night and you haven't been able to get into a deep sleep. That's where this comes in. That's why we love Mulberry Silk. So, ordinarily, it's one size, by the way. It's just one pillow here. So, one of them would normally be £60. If you actually buy it from Ray's company, I believe on their website, would be £60. But now, it's 40. It's £20 off. Now, it's better to get something than nothing. Now, I never pressure anyone. If it's not affordable, don't do it. But if you're curious of how, or about how Mulberry Silk can help you sleep, or your other half if they struggle, if they, you can tell if they're a bit grumpy in the morning, or maybe, maybe there's a lot of pressure from work at the moment. Let's try and help in some way. We can bring them a bit of comfort. If you could do something, get the pillow. It's better to have something than nothing at all. The pillow, at least your head, is bound to be comfortable, and your body's temperature is going to be nicely regulated. And moisture wicking properties, don't forget to. And you know what? We talk about allergy sufferers. Dust mites, their droppings, their skin, they can trigger allergies like runny nose, like itchy skin and so on. I mean, do your own research on that, because there's lots about dust mites. The droppings. I wouldn't want that anywhere on my bed. But I certainly do not want that by my face, by my nose, by my mouth. So in that regard, if you can get something, don't want to inhale it either, do you? Of course not. Allergy sufferers can struggle actually because of dust mites. Now, Allergy UK says that this is the real deal. So for allergy sufferers, take my word for it, or take Allergy UK's word for it, that this is fantastic. The Mulberry Silk, regardless of whether it's the duvet, regardless of whether it's the pillow, the mattress, it's the same process. So this is relevant to all the Mulberry Silk deals and products we got on this live show. And as far as we're aware, you'll struggle to find another Mulberry Silk manufacturer with an Allergy UK certificate. I'm sure there are some out there. I haven't personally found one, but I can't check every single one. But it's quite a rare thing, and they've had that for years and years and years. And Allergy UK, they turn up unannounced, Ray's company, and quite rightly so. They don't want to catch them just on a good day. What's the norm? They want to gauge the norm and the average quality of their Mulberry Silk. And that is what it's all about. So you've got the Allergy UK certificate of approval there. And you can actually go onto their website. You can see all the list of approvals. You can see them all there. Right, Mulberry Silk pillow, £40. It should be 60, but now it is 40. And you can spread that cost interest-free using PayPal Pay in 3. So that's 3 payments of £14.98. Now, we talked about comparing this to other pillows you can get. sometimes they're just synthetic. They retain moisture, which is not good for bacteria. You know, if you wake up with a hot neck and you've got a synthetic hollow fibre pillow, or if you've got goose feather and down, it can retain moisture. And moisture is not also good for bacteria. And that's what causes the smell. We all know it's like a petri dish, you know, it's like a harbour for bacteria, and that goes the same with the duvet or the mattress, which is another reason why people love Mulberry Silk. But I especially wouldn't want any of that around my face, around where I breathe in. You know, you might get spots building up. You know, who knows? You don't want bacteria anywhere near you, and that's why people love this, because bacteria struggles to survive in this because it naturally wicks away moisture, and it's too dry for dust mites to survive. So I honestly think pillows, if you can get for one thing, then do it with this and go for the Mulberry Silk pillow. So 654-433 is your item number. Just go to the website, shoptv.co.uk, add it to your basket and start checking out. Right, now then, what I really can't wait to show you are the pillowcases. These, I'm just going to get up because these, my friends, are absolutely beautiful. Now, the colours, the only difficult thing to choose on the show is the colours. Now, we've got 4 different colour options. Now, firstly, just look at those. 5-star hotel, I'm thinking here. No, 7-star hotel. No, I'm joking. But this could be a 5-star hotel luxury. Now, as soon as you look at this, it's actually that lovely shimmer of silk. And obviously these Mulberry Silk, they have been dyed. It's silk, by the way, all the way around the front and all the way around the back. And on the inside, you've got a layer of cotton, which helps, because you don't want it moving all over the place. It helps it anchor to the actual pillow pad itself. So this is the real deal. But just look how luxurious this feels, or how much it looks. It's so smooth. Now, you can also read online, like I did some research earlier, people who worry about getting wrinkles in their skin often go for silk because they say, because it's so smooth, it causes less friction and less sleep marks on your actual skin. It's actually kinder to your hair because if you've got like an old pillowcase, a cotton pillowcase, they say it can cause frizz, it can cause hair breakage, but because silk is smooth, it's really good to help to prevent that. And it also, when we say moisture wicking, yes it does, but that doesn't actually include the natural oils in your skin. And let's say you put some moisturiser on, or you put a face mask. You don't want your pillow just to just pull all that out because that becomes a waste of money. You want to give your moisturisers a chance to sink into your skin and do the job it needs to do. And that's another reason why people don't like skin. It doesn't wick away the oils on your skin. So hydration, if you're worried about keeping your skin hydrated, silk pillows, my friends, are the way to go. Right, now, I've been stroking that one for too long. So that's the Arctic we got here. This next one behind us, this is desert. Oh, I love it. Look, it's complete personal choice, which is going to look best in your house. Where are you going to be putting these? They look so expensive. They really look so expensive. I'm really impressed with this. So would you like the Arctic? Would you like the desert? Let's have a look. The sage one we got just right behind here. There it is. There's the sage. Oh, do you know what? I love it. They're lovely natural colours. I really do like that. You know, I wouldn't want them too shiny. I describe these as a subtle, classy satin finish. Yeah, it's pastel, it's like muted, isn't it? You don't want them too loud or too garish because then it gets a bit divisive, doesn't it? But maybe you're getting this for a gift for someone. If you don't know their colour scheme, then go for the Arctic. It's the closest we got to a white. It pretty much is white, but it's not stark, cold, intrusive white. This is, I would say, it's a slightly off-white, but you can see, can you see the ripples there? Look how it captures the light. It just adds a touch of opulence into your bedroom. It does. It adds a little bit of class, a little bit of opulence. I absolutely love these. So which one would you like, okay? So would you like the Arctic, the white, the desert, or the sage? Don't forget, it's Mulberry Silk all over the front and all over the back of the pillow. So if you move it in the night, you're still going to get that. We've only got about less than 50 of each, folks. Do you know what? £35 is a great deal. Great deal. Lots of you putting these into your basket, available in 4 colours. Just confirm it's 1 per pack, isn't it? I think we got on here. Yeah, it's 1 per pack. So this is AAA grade Mulberry Silk, though, don't forget. This is long-fibre AAA grade Mulberry Silk. They tell me the best silk that money can buy. So 3 payments of £13.32. It is beautiful. For me, look, we're talking about the properties and the benefits of Mulberry Silk. This is where I actually love the look of Mulberry Silk. It looks fantastic. It's that lustre. It's got a pearlescence to it. It can make a bedroom pop. It can make your bed sing. Right, you might want to double up on these, get as many as you need. So it's 1 pillowcase, £35. We don't always have them in stock, actually, so if you're tempted by it, grab it. So 001 108. So that's the pillowcases. We've got the actual pillows themselves. Yeah, look, even if you just go for one thing, if you just want a pillowcase, you might just like the look of it, but also you're going to notice the benefits, you're bound to notice the benefits of Mulberry Silk, and this is the same AAA grade Mulberry Silk on the pillowcases, on the actual pillows, on the mattress and the actual duvets. So it's the same high top quality grade of silk. They say it's the best silk that money can buy, and I can't believe we got these prices for you today. It is excellent. Right, how can you buy? Well, here's the website, shoppertv.co.uk, and you can see all the deals we've got live. So if you forget the item numbers, please don't worry. Just click live deals. If you scroll down, you'll see them all here. Right, here are the pillowcases. Which one would you like? Right, the desert, the Arctic, the sage, or the white? They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. Yeah, do you know what? I even want to have these. You're going to use them, yes, for scatter cushions, but scatter cushions you sort of just chuck on the floor, well, I do. But I would want these where I'd put scatter cushions because I want people to see these, but it would also be the one that I'd want people to actually use too. Right, now, let's talk to you about mattresses. Because you might get completely kitted out now. Maybe, I don't know, maybe your guests haven't slept that well in the guest bedroom before they come back. You want to get them kitted out. This is all about the mattress. Now, we've got a clip to show you with our Ray about why people love this. This is what we really refer to as a sleep system. So you've got Mulberry Silk included in this, and that's what gives you the properties of Mulberry Silk, but it's also got the springs. Rather than me tell you, let's throw to a clip with Ray, who supplies these to us. He's been doing this for absolutely years. He's a big fan of this. We've learned a lot from Ray, and he's helped a lot of people get that quality night's sleep, especially with the mattresses, and here's how.
This is an extraordinary mattress. It's packed with silk, and because it is packed with silk, it's better, in our opinion, than, say, mattresses which don't have silk in them. Now, how this happened is quite simple. We decided to enter the mattress business roughly about 5 years ago, and we were in a very, very fortunate position, Rob, and I'll tell you why I say that. As you know from previous shows that we have done together over years, as a company, we exhibit at every major retail exhibition in Britain. Yeah. And we have done for 65 years. And we talk to the public. When we're live at an exhibition, we talk to the public. And we ask them their likes and their dislikes. And they tell us what they like and they dislike about their bedding. Now, we discovered by asking over a period of about 18 months before we started to manufacture this mattress, we discovered that basically there's 2 types of mattresses you can get, memory foam or a sprung mattress. Now, some people like memory foam, but we discovered an awful lot of people were unhappy with it. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
It made them too hot, and it tended, in their opinion, to lose shape very quickly. Yeah. In actual fact, that happened to my wife and myself. About 9 to 10, 11 years ago, we decided we would like a new mattress. We went to the shop that sells mattresses, and she made me lie in the bed and test it. I lay in the bed for 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, thought this feels okay. Bought one, paid, I think it was roughly close to £1,000 anyway for it, had it delivered, and 3 or 4 months after we had it delivered, I discovered I didn't really like it at all. I was overheating on it, and it lost shape very quickly, and I was sinking into a hollow within this memory foam mattress. So I was of the same opinion as the public, that based on the information we had gained over 18 months by talking to the public at roughly 100 retailer outlets every year, that springs were really much better than memory foam to have in a mattress.
But as we've already said, there are different types of spring.
Yeah.
Maybe we haven't really covered that. Well, there are different types of
yes,
spring.
Yes, of course. Well, the old-fashioned sprung mattresses, the springs within the mattress were very large in diameter. Each one was joined to the one next door, and they had a serpentine rail that ran round the outer. Now, the problem then was, of course, I weigh about 19, 20 stone. My wife weighed roughly 10 stone. And when I turned over in bed, the springs, because they were all joined together, you got motion transfer. When I turned over, she ended up rolling over on top of me and bumping into me.
Sometimes the only way you can get a cuddle,
it's the only way you can get a cuddle. Rob, I've been married 48 years. You don't get many cuddles after 48 years. Aww. I can assure you. So what we decided to do as a company, we decided to manufacture a modern mattress with pocket springs.
Right.
Now, this is a cut-down version of what's inside this mattress. This is the pocket springs that you will find inside this mattress. Unlike the old-fashioned springs, these stand on their own. They are not joined together. Now, this is a medium, firm support mattress. When you sleep in this, your body is going to be supported. You're not going to sink into a hollow.
Right.
It's not going to lose shape. It cannot lose shape.
Yes.
Because there's so many springs within the mattress. I think from memory, in a king, there's roughly 800 springs, which is quite a lot.
And they all contour, they fit the contours.
Yes, well, I'll show you this. This might interest the viewers. You'll find, because they all stand independently, the only springs that move in this mattress are the springs where the weight is directly above that particular spring. And to give you some indication of what I mean, if I press this spring down right in the corner, flat as a pancake, the springs either side don't move.
Right.
They simply don't move because they're individual pocket springs.
Do you know what? It does resonate with me, that, because, you know what, firstly, memory foam mattresses, I think they're quite divisive, actually, with some people, because some people love them. I struggle to get used to those, actually. But at the same time, sprung mattresses, you know, when it's just, if you press one side of the bed, even if you just do that, the other side's just going all over the place. But each of these springs, because they're isolated, you're not going to disturb the other person. And it gives you, it contours to the shape of your body. How impressive is that? If you're the slightest bit curious, and this has helped a lot of people sleep in the past, no matter which spring I press, it's only going to depress where I actually move it. So if I press these springs here, look at that, that is not moving. Any of those springs is what we call motion isolation, and that really, really helps. I mean, this might have saved marriages, quite frankly. You know, it might have done. Because you know what? Oh, you know when you wake up and the other half's moving, tossing and turning, quite often if they don't sleep, that means you don't sleep. Or if you're starting to get sleep, you feel guilty about waking them up because you're trying to find a comfortable position. This is really, really going to help isolate your movement from your other half. But also, it's going to contour to the shape of your body because of all of those springs. Just to lie on that for the very first time is going to be a really, really lovely experience. Right, OK, let's have a look at this. This is a Cocoon Sleep System. Words fail me. Try saying that at 1:45 in the morning. The Cocoon Sleep Systems mattress. We purchased a Cocoon Sleep System pillow mattress a little while ago. I must say, it's the best mattress we've ever bought from Mrs. DeMarco, which is a lovely name. 5 stars. How about that? Well, thank you very much, Mrs. DeMarco, if you're watching. We really appreciate the time you take to email us in there. But people adore it. But why do we call this the sleep system? Well, let's talk to you about the technology that makes this up. So, a cocoon sleep system keeps you comfortable. Mulberry Silk keeps you cool. From the beginning, our goal, from the manufacturers, of course, from the beginning, our goal was to design a full, uncompromising sleeping experience. We designed the core from the ground up. Each layer has been carefully designed from the base upwards to the luxurious, skin-friendly surface upon which you sleep. The core technology is specially designed by Cocoon Sleep Systems and has been developed over the years to give you the coolest and most comfortable night's sleep you deserve. Sleeping on silk is the best kept secret in bedding. So you've got a silk layer on the surface of this. It's going to be that moisture wicking. In fact, Jill, we can show you this. OK, so look, you've got the luxurious white cocoon fibre. Then you've got the mulberry silk. Then you've got, I mean, the technology, the science that goes into this. You've got the padded felt, you've got the Cocoon Sleep tech coil system, protective layer for that, and you've got the actual base there, folks. So this is so important. All of that mulberry silk, so for regulating your body temperatures, you know, as your body's temperature fluctuates, it's going to retain the heat and it's going to expel excess heat to keep you nice and cool too. So a look at inside the latest technology. You've got, yeah, the mulberry silk, the padded felt, but you've got breathable silk filling. Coil spring tech for maximum support and comfort. 10-year manufacturer's warranty, and people do love this. I think it's an all-round medium firm density, this one. People adore it for that. They really do. So if you're not getting on with your mattress, is it a bit lumpy, perhaps? You know, do you flip it every once in a while? You know what? Mattresses really determine a great night's sleep. And if you can get anything to really help you get that good night's sleep, that's going to be ideal. OK, now, yeah, it's good for your kids, of course, too. It's good for elderly customers, too. Regardless of what age you are, this is the one. So the Cocoon Sleep System mattress is tested by our own in-house sleep experts. Coolness, comfort and support. You know what? Whatever age, I think we're going to be experts. And it is. Do you know what? It's funny because, you know, it's an individual thing, sleeping, isn't it? People have their favourite duvets, mattresses and so on. But the amount of people that adore these and they keep them and they say it changes the way they sleep. The amount of feedback and emails we get, we're bound to get lots when we join our friends on ITV1 and STV. They're watching the football highlights at the moment. About 20 past 1, so we've got about 40 minutes or so before we join them. OK, so 089 838 is your item number. You can see it on the website, shopontv.co.uk. Right then, whether it's duvets, whether it's pillows, whether it's mulberry silk mattresses, mulberry silk pillowcases, we've got you covered today. We really have. Now, the pillow, if you can get one thing tonight, I mean, genuinely, if you are in the position to get the duvet and the pillow, then you're sorted. You can even buy mulberry silk mattress toppers if you love the comfort of your mattress. You might just want the benefits of mulberry silk and what you've already got. You can get that on the website too for various different sizes. But with the pillow, this is so lovely. Ordinarily, this would be £60, but at the moment we've had this offer on. It's £40, so you're going to save £20 if you can get this now. Why do people love this pillow? Well, right, yeah, lots of people have bought this. We've reached a busy part of the show. You might watch us on YouTube. You might watch us on our own dedicated Freeview channel. And, you know, on ITVX, of course, yes, wherever you're watching from, thank you and very warm welcome. I've just been told how busy we are now. We haven't even joined ITV1. Yes, we're going to be on ITV1 live in about 40 minutes. If we're this busy now before that, I can tell you we're going to run out of stock, OK? We're going to be running out of stock. So if I were you, I would beat the potential queues on the phone. I'd beat the potential disappointment. Get yours into your basket and you must check it out because when you do that, then it's yours. You're going to have this in a few days, right? But talk about peace of mind. Approved by Allergy UK. Big seal of approval right there. So if you're an allergy sufferer, mulberry silk is naturally hypoallergenic. Dust mites can't survive there. It's too dry for them, being just one reason. But also, you get a 5-year you get a 2-year manufacturer's warranty when it comes to the pillow. A 2-year. So you can get it out and try it. If it's not for you, you can return it. They can refund your money. So get this home and try it, because it could be the best pillow and the only pillow that you'll need to buy. Speaking of which, you can machine wash it. You don't have to have a pillowcase. I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh, I'm tired. It's like it's 1 o'clock in the morning. But that, honestly, it just feels so nice. Imagine if I actually nodded off. I was thinking that earlier. Is that what you call dead air? I don't know. Imagine that. It'd be so awkward, wouldn't it? Anyway, right. But you don't have to have a pillowcase if you don't want to. I would, because they're in stock and they look gorgeous. But the height is just perfect here. The pint, the loft, that's actually down to the actual filling inside. So let's start again. So why is this comfortable? The filling, it's a fibre core, and it gives you that lovely loft, and it retains the shape. Have you had pillows that loses its shape? It looks awful on the bed. It's just this sack of stuff, and it's lumpy. You keep doing that in the night. You're trying to find that cool spot, flip it. You're trying to find that warm spot. Oh, honestly, I get so hot sometimes in bed. You're always trying to fight for that cool bit, and that's disturbing your night's sleep. And because we spend, what, a third of our lives asleep, well, ideally that's the case, it's just so important. It really is sleeping. Whether it's, you got those important job interviews, of course, or whether you got a big day at work, or it might be the night before your wedding, who knows. But actually, whatever you're doing in a day, you don't want to be tired. Whatever it is, even if it's your day off and you just plan to sit on the sofa, you still don't want to be tired for that, do you? Or maybe something serious, maybe you got a long drive, you want to be fully restored and alert and awake for that, don't you? But sleep is one of those things that I once read that sometimes it's quite easy to get when we know we don't really need it, but when we set an alarm, when we know we've got to be up for work, that's when we really start to notice how uncomfortable we are. But if you can get something that can give you comfort, even if it's just gives you that extra bit of sleep, even for an hour to a night, it's worth every single penny. Every single penny. This is your health, this is your sleep. But talk about pillows, I don't think this is going to last either. It's one size, it's a medium firm feel to it. 3 payments of £14.98. So 654433 is your item number there. Really, really impressed with this one. But you've got Mulberry Silk around the outside. You've got a 230 thread count Egyptian cotton, just coating that, protecting the Mulberry Silk. But it's long fibre Mulberry Silk, so it doesn't mat up, it doesn't clump up, and that's why we say AAA grade. Some of the best silk money can buy, and you can get it right now, and you can get it at a discount. So if your budget allows, for £14.98 today, then you have got a bargain, an absolute bargain. AAA grade, long fibre, Mulberry Silk, a high quality fibre core filling, Egyptian cotton on the outside, 230 thread count. Again, if it's 200 or more, this kind of class is luxury. This is well into that realm, well into that category of 230. So it is a piece of luxury, not just to look at, but to actually lie on. It just cradles your head, and it's breathable Mulberry Silk. So if you wake up with a bit of a sweaty, clammy neck, I've woken up with hair, feels a bit damp. It's awful. Try this. It's moisture wicking, so you're less likely to sweat in bed and wake up just because you're too hot, because this naturally reacts to your body's temperature, and that's Mulberry Silk all through. So 654433, or 3 payments of £14.98, like I said. The easy way to order is on the website shopontv.co.uk. You know what? When it comes to popularity with pillows, generally speaking, you know what? When you go to the supermarket, I mean, I've bought cheap old rubbish, quite frankly, over the years. I really, really have. You can get all sorts. Quite often it's synthetic hollow fibre. You can even get recycled bottles. I'm all for recycling, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they belong in pillows. Recycled plastic, that is not going to keep you cool in the summer. that's going to trap heat. That's probably what's making you hot and sweaty, clammy in bed. It's not the best fibre for sleeping, for getting that good quality restorative sleep, which we all need. And do you know, our Ray, who's often here on Shop on TV with us, we couldn't make it today, unfortunately. He gave us a figure, and none of us guessed it, how many other pillows from synthetic fibres get chucked into landfill. It's not hundreds, it's not thousands, it's actually millions. It's millions per year, straight to landfill. Because people try them, they don't get on well with them, they're too hot in the night, they get lumpy, you can wake up with a funny neck, so people throw them away. Well, do you know, with this, in year one, when this was released, right, when Ray released this in year one, they sold a whopping 86,000. So just imagine, it's hard to visualise that amount, isn't it? So 86,000, right? And there's a 2-year guarantee, so people can return them if they're not happy with them. No, it's a no unconditional money-back guarantee. Okay, 2 years. Guess how many were returned? So 86,000 were bought. Guess how many were returned? 19. Not 19,000. In fact, actually 19,000 from other pillows, I'd probably believe that. You know, that's quite a high percentage. But 19, that's not even 1%. It's like 0.000 something, isn't it? Is it 0.02%? Right. I mean, wow. Absolutely wow. Going off that landfill statistic, they should have had 55,000 returned. How impressive is that? So if you truly want a pillow, that could be the only pillow you'll need to buy. It's medium firm, people get on with it. It's a happy medium when it comes to the firmness and the height of the pillow. And we've had feedback from people who are front sleepers, back sleepers, side sleepers. Again, if you're not happy, you return it, all right? You get a 2-year manufacturer's warranty with this too. So you've got complete peace of mind. Just get it home and try it, because it could be one of the best things you buy. Just what if this is the case? You get this home, and the chances are, after your first night's sleep, you think, wow, I've woken up feeling refreshed. Whether it's you're more alert at work, whether you're more energetic playing with your kids, sleep is just vital. And just what if this pillow really improves it for you? Well, it's worth every penny. It's worth every single penny. It could improve a quality of life. Who knows? £40. Ordinarily, this is going to be £60, but at the moment, it's 40. So 3 payments of £14.98. You know, you can read lots of reviews on the website, and there's lots of feedback we get from these. In fact, Evie, by the way, loved this. I absolutely love Mulberry Silk. I have 2 quilts, right, and 6 pillows. And I can just say they wash like a dream, washed and tumble dried in 3 hours. The pillows take a wee bit longer to dry, but yeah, just let them dry naturally. Best purchases I have ever made. I've had mine for 3 years and they still look like new. I would recommend everyone to try them. Evie, if you're watching, thank you so much indeed. It really makes a difference, that, and don't take my word for it, take what our customers have said when they bought them. Mulberry Silk is one of the biggest selling brands we actually have here on Shop on TV. The amount of stock we get through is astronomical, which is why, well, to be honest with you, this is why it's on so often, but we don't know when it's going to be back, and I don't know how long these deals are going to be active for either. But at the moment, if you can get it now, you're saving about £20. OK, so we've got the pillows. Duvets is something that's also been very popular. Now, when it comes to duvets, you've got all the different sizes available. So if it's standard UK size you're after, well, yeah, rest assured they're all UK standard sizes. We've got the single, we've got the double, we've got the king, and we've got the super king. And what's more, with the duvets, you've got a 10-year guarantee. How often do you see that written on the packaging when you buy it from a department store, from a supermarket, or online off, you know, those next-day delivery services? A 10-year guarantee is something. Now, because it's not actually particularly heavy, you don't get... TOG ratings are irrelevant with Mulberry Silk. It's just the one thickness. It's the natural properties of Mulberry Silk that keep us warm in winter and cool in the summer. We're going to get to that very, very shortly. But a 10-year guarantee is fantastic. Because they're quite light, they're not particularly thick, they're easy to transport. So, yeah, we saw a clip of someone there put them into caravans, take them on holiday with you, put them in your suitcase. They don't take up a lot of space at all. So you can take... or take them to hotels with you. Why not? If you've got that big meeting or if you're travelling for a wedding, no one wants to be tired for big days like that. Take it with you. But it's also machine washable. How impressive is that? You can wash it as many times as you want. So normally we're just used to washing the actual duvet covers. If you've got a thick, heavy, I don't know, 13, 14 tog duvet, they take ages to dry, don't they? They take ages. Yeah, do you know what? People take them to the dry cleaners. I did that once because it was going to take so long to dry. I think it's about £30 it cost me to dry clean a duvet. And I hate this thing I've got. And I don't know why we have it. People who try Mulberry Silk duvets, if I was to ask them, what's your favourite thing about them? Well, they say, do you know what? I'm never too hot, I'm never too cold. That is the thing. I'm always just right. Your temperature is going to be just right all throughout the year. I probably think that's actually the most popular reason that people buy Mulberry Silk. But do you know what? It's also hypoallergenic. So that means it's really good for allergy sufferers because it's less likely to trigger allergies because dust mites cannot live on Mulberry Silk. It's too dry for them. So if you are worried about dust mites, it's not actually the dust mites themselves. It's the droppings they leave behind. It's actually this dead skin that's shed by dust mites. I've done demonstrations with vacuums and the amount of dust and dirt you can see in mattresses, it's awful. You don't want that around you. OK, so why is it great against dust mites? Firstly, it's too dry because it's moisture wicking. But we love it for this, and we get lots of feedback based on this. But Allergy UK, independent body, and they turn up on a whim. They call up unscheduled because they want to know that they're getting the real report, the most authentic product they can. And they regularly turn up, by the way, at the company that supplies Mulberry Silk. RK UK is the name. But Allergy UK is the ultimate seal of approval, and this is actually relevant to all the Mulberry Silk we've got on today's show, whether it's the duvet, whether it's the mattress, whether it's the pillows, whether it's the pillowcases. And you'll struggle to find, actually, Mulberry Silk at this quality with the Allergy UK certificate, the seal of approval. So that is really, really impressive. OK, so the duvets, which one would you like? Regardless of which size you're going for, you're going to get a discount. So it's 30% off, sorry, it's £30 off the single, it's £60 off the double, £60 off the king, £60 off the super king. So regardless of whichever one you're going for, you're going to get discounted. That is excellent. It's a special show price, guys. So whichever one you like, it's the same item number. So 212998. It's a drop-down menu. You just choose whichever one you want and add it into your basket. OK, so for example, the single is 3 payments of £47.98. That's PayPal Pay in 3, and you can choose PayPal on any one of these sizes. Again, they are standard UK sizes. How impressive is this? If you can invest in this, I believe it's the best duvet that money can buy. It could be the only duvet that money can buy. What if, when you get this home, it gives you that beautiful night's sleep? What if you feel like you're a bit more focused, you feel a bit more rejuvenated and ready for the day ahead? And what if it was all along just because you had the wrong duvet that wasn't suitable for you? Well, that is worth a punt. It's worth a go. And to give you complete peace of mind, with the duvets, guess what the guarantee is? 1 year, standard, yeah. 2 years, yeah, fair play. 5 years, brilliant guarantee. This is a 10-year guarantee, a 10-year manufacturer's warranty you get with the duvet. I'm so impressed with that. I really, really am. I'm good on them. £219 is the price for the Super King. Yeah, even if you've got a king-size bed, you might want to go up a size just to get that luxurious hotel-style drape that people absolutely love. But, OK, so it looks the part. We've talked about the breathability. We're talking about the fact it's great for allergy sufferers. But let's talk about the feel of this. It feels so luxurious. It's that loft. And this is partly down to the fact it's AAA grade Mulberry Silk. It's long fibre. Quite often with other brands of Mulberry Silk, just because they say it's that, it can be a bit misleading because there can be offcuts. But this is long human hand-picked long fibre, and that's what gives you the durability. That's what makes sure it's so incredibly beautifully soft, and it's bound to last a lot longer than lower grades. So this is the real deal, folks. 100% long fibre AAA Mulberry gilt. So and that's actually a good point, because some of the brands also put fillers in. I've actually even read that some brands polish cotton to make it look like that lustre that silk gives. I think that's awful when people do that. I disagree with that. This is 100% Mulberry silk, and you get that Egyptian cotton on the outside too. And it's luxurious Egyptian cotton. It's 230 thread count. So it can regulate your temperature. It naturally expels excess heat when you're too hot, but it keeps you nice and cocooned and cosy when your body needs it, i.e. during the winter months. So people absolutely love it for this. But if you have got any questions, then please do keep in touch. You know what? We talked about temperature changes, don't we? Maybe you're a lady at a certain age, maybe going through hormone changes, maybe you're going through, maybe suffering from menopausal symptoms, you know, hot flashes in the night, sweats. People absolutely love it. Now, obviously, I don't know that firsthand. This is just what people tell me, so I can only go so far with this one. I know that. but people do say, ladies at a certain age who do suffer with menopausal symptoms, absolutely love Mulberry silk. It's naturally moisture. It's naturally moisture wicking. And I know some people who say, you know what? Why I love about this. I'm never too hot and never too cold. It just naturally regulates a comfortable temperature on your body. And that's why people adore it. Whether you're going for the single, whether you're going for the double, the king, or the super king, you've got it covered there. AAA grade Mulberry silk. By the way, while we're talking about temperature, it's no good if the silk just like mats up and clumps together, because then you're going to get hot spots and you're going to get cool spots. Well, they've thought about this. You've actually got what they call boxed stitching. So you can see it right there, can't you? Box stitching. So that's going to anchor all of that silk in between the thread, in between the cotton, in place. So you're going to get such a consistent dispersion of Mulberry silk throughout the whole duvet. So 3 payments of £47.98. It feels so lovely. It really, really does. So 212-998 is that item number. I love this. We absolutely swear by this. We've got duvets, we've got pillows, we've got pillowcases, Mulberry silk pillowcases, but we've also got Mulberry silk mattresses. But it's not just about Mulberry silk. This is an incredible sleeping system. People love these. We get so much good feedback. But rather than me tell you about the mattress, let's show you a clip of a previous show with our Ray.
Mulberry silk, of course, keeps you warm in the winter, cool in the summer, stops you sweating. Or you sweat less, let's put it that way. It'll take away 30% of its own weight in moisture or sweat. People who overheat in bed, it really is the mattress you should be sleeping on.
Yeah.
Now, the pillow top, we make 3 different mattresses. We make the regular, we make the premium, and the premium plus. Now, what we're offering today is a wonderful bargain, actually, for any viewer watching. We are offering the viewers a chance to get the Premium Plus for the price we would normally charge for the regular, everyday, bog standard mattress. Now, you'll find I've got a cut-down version of it here. You can see it. You can see just how beautiful that is. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
It is lovely, yeah.
Pet bed, yeah. This top layer is extra silk, and you'll find when you sleep in this, it really just is the most perfect thing to sleep on.
Yeah. So on the regular mattresses, there's silk inside with all those, but this you're sleeping right on it. And
yes,
again,
but the silk inside the mattress all the way up in one of the layers, then there's extra silk in top and plenty of it. Now, the important thing to remember with this mattress, it is a support mattress. When you sleep on it, you don't sort of go into a recess. I keep using this word recess because mattresses memory foam do tend, according to what the public tell us, I'm only repeating what the public have told me for the last 18 months. You'll find me somewhere or somebody from our company at every live exhibition in Britain for 250 days out of 350 days every year. we will be talking to the public about their bedding likes and their dislikes. So they tell us that they prefer pocket sprung mattresses. And what we have done is taken a pocket sprung mattress, filled it with silk, given it a 10-year warranty, a 60-day trial period. It'll be delivered to you. You put it in the bed, you sleep on it for 60 days. If after 60 days you decide you don't like it, and that's virtually impossible, you simply lift the telephone, one telephone call, you phone us up, we will send you a special bag, you pop it in the bag, we come and collect it, and we refund every penny that you paid for this mattress.
I mean, you can't argue with that. Try it. Absolutely try it, because this could be the best thing that you've bought for you, your other half, or your family. And you're also getting a bargain price today. You can get these from £469. We've got the different sizes available. You can see them all on the website, or 3 payments of £159.65. OK, let's move on, because we got lots more to go through. The pillowcases. You know, we talked about the practical benefits of Mulberry Silk. But let's see how they look, because this is really, really impressive. I love them. We have got all these different sizes. They feel absolutely beautiful. Now, we've got 4 different colour options for you. Normally, by the way, £45. You're getting 10 off each pillowcase, OK? So one of them for £35. Would you like the desert? We've got the Arctic just behind us there. A lovely... It's like a muted baby blue. That's how I describe that, but a bit muted. It's lovely and natural. You've also got the white, and you've also got the desert on the back here. But do you know what? If I just get some ripples in there, just look how it bounces the light. It gives you that luxurious luster that you'd expect in boutique hotel rooms. So if you want to transform your room to like a 5-star hotel kind of quality, that looks the part. That is going to make your bedroom or your guest bedroom sing. It's gorgeous. So you've got the white, you've got the desert, you've got the sage, or you've got the desert here, or you've got the Arctic. Which one would you like? But it gives you that lovely satin finish. If it was too glossy, well, I wouldn't want that. This is a sophisticated level of sheen. It's like a pearlescence almost. It's that luster which we love from Mulberry Silk. So that's, first and foremost, that's how they look. But how is this going to help you? Well, do you know what? Even if it's the only Mulberry Silk thing you buy, you've got Mulberry Silk all over the front. You've got AAA grade, by the way, I might add, Mulberry Silk all the way over the back too. You've also got a cotton lining just on the back, and that's what helps it stay put, because you don't want this moving all over the pillow. You want the pillowcase to stay put on the actual pillow. You don't want that to slide around, but you want it nice and soft on the front. Why is that the case? Well, it causes less friction on your skin, and that's why lots of people swear by this. It's good for if your hair frizzes, maybe it breaks a little bit on your pillow. Well, because silk is so smooth and so soft, it's very kind to your hair, and also because it's less friction on your skin, it's less likely to cause wrinkles on your skin too. Again, always do your own research. I'm not here to make claims, but that's what a lot of people do say. They swear by it for that reason. But it feels so soft on your skin, and again, it's moisture wicking. It's hypoallergenic. Dust mites cannot survive on Mulberry Silk. So if you're an allergy sufferer, this really could be helping you. Lots of people are buying this right now. I'm so pleased we've got all 4 colours in stock. Quite often we don't have the full range. So is it the Arctic, the white, the desert, or the sage? The white, by the way, it's not a stark white. It's ever so slightly an off-white. It's what I would want. So if you're buying gifts for people, you're not too sure on the colour schemes, you can't go wrong with the white, can you? So £35 or 3 pence, or £13.32. So 001108 is your item number. They are beautiful. If you want pillows, then go for it. We've got Mulberry Silk pillows on here, but the actual silk covers are where it's at. They look opulent. They look like it's going to transform your room into a boutique-style hotel. They just look good. As soon as you can walk into your room, wow, you just see it. And since I got a house a few years ago, and obviously, you know, I'm very lucky to have that, but, you know, when I took a look at interiors, I've got really into it in the last few years. I'm by no means an expert in interiors, but when it comes to different colours, fabric, upholstery, textiles is so important. You want different textures. So you might have other pillows for scatter cushions. You might have big chunky stitches on there for other different textures. But if you haven't got anything that's silk yet, that can really divide up your scatter cushions and give your house a designer look. It really, really could. But to look at it is just the part. I can't stop thinking five-star hotel with that. So £35, which one would you like? The Arctic, the White, the Desert, or the Sage? Get as many as you need. You might have 4 for your main bedroom. You might have one for a single bed in the guest room, whoever. But this is for all ages, okay? It's so soft in your skin. And Mulberry Silk, it doesn't dry out your skin because you want your skin to stay hydrated, especially if you've got expensive moisturisers on there. You don't want your synthetic materials to draw that out. You want it to stay put. Right. How do you buy? Well, we have brand new customers every day. We've got returning customers every single day. So head to the website, shopontv.co.uk. Click live deals, scroll all the way down, and you'll see all these amazing offers right there. This is the Mulberry Silk Duvet. We've got all the different UK sizes of duvets available at the moment. Mulberry Silk pillow. You've got your 100% silk pillowcases there. You've got cotton on the back as well. Don't forget, so it doesn't slip on your pillow pad. And then you've got the mattress system there. It is the most comfortable mattress I've ever used. It is beautiful. The amount of technology, the amount of science that goes into that is really, really impressive. We've got various different sizes available there. So yeah, we've got the king or we've got the super king available. Wish we had the double, but they've been so popular, we struggled to keep these in stock. But if you're looking for a king size, grab it. We've got some clips to show you throughout the show. You can stay where you are, or you can flick onto ITV1 literally in about 5 minutes' time, because we're going to be joining them. About 7 minutes' time, that was close. We're going to be joining STV, so if you're watching in Scotland, again, you can stay where you are, or you can flick onto STV or ITV1. OK, right, we've got lots more to go through. The pillowcases, they've been one of the most popular items of today's show. I'm so pleased. But even if you've got your own pillow at home, you know, if you love your own pillow, fine, great. Stick with that one if it works for you. But if you want to have that luxurious look, and if you want to experience the benefits of Mulberry Silk, then have a nice layer on the front and on the back of your pillow, and the colours look opulent. They look gorgeous. Again, look at the lustre of them. It's that lustre, it's that pearlescence that it gives. It's just so desirable. Talk about luxury, well, that is it on a pillowcase. So 001 108 £3 or £13.32. Right, talking about pillowcases, we need pillows. Right, now, based on how busy they've been already, because we came live on our Freeview channel from midnight and YouTube, of course, we expect these to absolutely fly out on ITV1. Mulberry Silk is one of the biggest brands we feature here on Shop on TV. And I think since we launched, actually, about 2 years ago. Every time we have Mulberry Silk in stock, we know they're going to absolutely fly out. Based on how busy we are already, before we join ITV1, we're about to be live on ITV1. Can you imagine how many households we're going to be on their screens? A lot of people. These are not going to hang around. So if you're tempted to get yours, add it into your basket and I get checked out sooner rather than later. Normally you expect to pay £60. In fact, I believe if you go to Allergy UK, Ray's own website, who Ray's obviously supplies the Mulberry Silk goodies to us, I even believe they're £60 on his own website. But today, and he won't mind me saying this, today here, they're £40. £40 for a pillow. It could be, well, it could be the only pillow you need to buy, but in my opinion, and I know the crew, lots of people agree with me on this, it's the best pillow that money can buy. And okay, that's our opinion, but you know, I'm 40 years old, I've had a lot of pillows in my time, I've never had any like that. So are you curious? Are you curious how it's going to feel as soon as you put your head on that pillow? How it's going to feel waking up not in a hot, sweaty mess? How it's going to keep you nice and warm in the winter, but cool, of course, in the summer? Well, you owe it to yourself. Whether it's you, your other half, give it a go. If you're not happy, it's returnable. returnable. How impressive is that? And you also get a 2-year guarantee on this. So you've got complete peace of mind. But why we love Mulberry Silk? It's a natural thermoregulator. It retains warm and expels heat as your body's temperature naturally regulates and fluctuates. So this is the only pillow you need for all year round, okay? Same with the duvet. You haven't got to buy a different tog for this, different tog for that. Tog ratings are relevant for Mulberry Silk, okay? It's just the one thickness. And that's the same with the pillow. This is the only pillow you need for all year round. It's medium density. But look at that. If you've got your old pillow, the chances are it won't do this. And Ray brings his own pillow in that he's had for about 35 years. I believe this is a new one, but if you watch previous shows back, his looks exactly the same. It looks the same. Oh, this has been used actually quite a bit actually. It's a few months old, this one. My pillow would be going all the way down like that. It really would be. It's just a sack of stuff. And he said something else. It's just a sack of stuff, but honestly, it looks awful. It lumps all over the place. I have to keep moving it around as I wake up in the night. I'm trying to find that cool spot. Wake up with a bit of a funny neck sometimes. It's not the right pillow. The height and everything about this is just perfect, and it just gives you that natural shape. It contours to the shape of your head. Whether you like to sleep on your side, whether you like to sleep on your back, it cradles your head. And that's partly, well, it's down to a few reasons. It's partly down to the fibre core, which helps retain its shape, and it's going to retain that shape for years and years to come. But you've got Mulberry Silk on the outside, on the front and on the back. So that's what's breathable. That's what's going to help you keep nice and cool in the summer months and warm in the winter months. And of course, dust mites can't survive on that because it's too dry for them. And they can't actually, because the weave is so tight on Mulberry Silk, it can't penetrate. And the natural proteins on Mulberry Silk is unsuitable for dust mites. So there's a number of reasons why it's uninhabitable for our dust mites there. We don't want them. You don't want the dust mites. Nobody does. Especially around your face where you breathe in through your mouth and your nose. So I think, therefore, for that reason, if you are going to get something today, I would maybe go for the pillows, and especially because you're saving £20. If you have got your own pillowcases that you like, yes, you can put your other pillowcases on there, but I would go for natural fibre. I wouldn't go for any polyester because it's going to be a barrier between you and the Mulberry Silk. You don't want to have a barrier against the benefits of Mulberry Silk. You want a natural fibre pillowcase. So if you've already got one, yes, you can still use that too. Or you don't have to. You can just use it as it is. This is machine washable. The whole pillow is machine washable. We recommend just putting one in the machine at a time there. So 654-433, that's for the one pillow, or 3 payments of £14.98. Well, we're going to be joining our friends on ITV1 very, very soon. It's flown by. Thanks so much for your company. I really appreciate it. Merry Christmas, if you have been watching since it became live about an hour and 20 minutes ago. We've got lots and lots more to talk about. We're going to be talking to you and show you the actual cocoons made by the silkworms, indigenous to China, of course. We're going to be talking to you a bit more detail about the benefits, how a Mulberry Silk Duvet can help you sleep, how these pillows can help you sleep, the luxurious look of the pillowcases, and we've got the mattresses in stock. So we are stocked up, but we've got various different levels of stock. We're expecting sellouts based on how busy we have already been. So we're going to give you a chance to check out your baskets and get ahead of the queues we are inevitably going to get when we join ITV literally in a minute's time. So 03333 241 241 is the phone number. Give our call centre a ring. You speak to somebody live when you ring, or if you want to go to the website, we normally find that's the quickest way. shopontv.co.uk. You'll see all the deals there. Experience Mulberry Silk. But if you just clicked on stay with us where you are, flick onto ITV1 and we'll tell you more in just a second.
Merry Christmas!
the winter. Mulberry Silk has natural benefits for that reason. OK, we've got Mulberry Silk pillows, £60 or saving £40. Can you not hear me? I believe... are we all right now? Can we hear me? I was just doing this. I was just doing that. You can see my lips move. We'll start again. Technical difficulty, but you know what? Thanks so much for joining us. Do not go anywhere. Welcome to Shop on TV. My name's Charlie, and this is all about Mulberry Silk, one of the biggest brands we have here on Shop on TV. If you struggle to get that good night's sleep, stay where you are, because we got something that could really, really help you. But we love this. You guys have absolutely loved Mulberry Silk in the past. In fact, we've had so many reviews here. Right, Evie, for example, this is what our customers say. I absolutely love Mulberry Silk. I have 2 quilts and 6 pillows. I can say I just washed them like a dream. Washed and tumble dried in 3 hours. The pillows take a wee bit longer to dry, but all good. Best purchases I have ever made. I've had mine for 3 years and they still look like new. I would recommend everyone to try them. Oh, we got pillows, we got duvets, we got mattresses, we got all sorts. Gillian said, singing the praises of your products to all who listen. Brian, by the way, says, very light to sleep under. Yeah, we got lots of information. There's a lot of science and natural properties you're going to love about Mulberry Silk. Right. Heather and Gareth said, we bought a Mulberry Silk duvet 2 years ago and we adore it. I love the pillow too. I thought I'd struggle as I used to like the weighted duvet, but I so love our silk one and use cotton covers so we feel beautifully bougie. Bougie? What a word, eh? Right, we've got so much. That's what you've said, OK? We get so much feedback. I've lost track of how many 5-star reviews we get from our Mulberry Silk. If you've already watched the shows, if you're familiar with the benefits of Mulberry Silk, then shop ahead on the website, shopontv.co.uk. We're going to show you what's coming up. We're with you live until 3 a.m. So go to shopontv.co.uk, click live on air. Scroll down, you can do this on your phone, on your tablet, your laptop, and you'll see all the Mulberry Silk live deals we've got for you today. It's on the Saturday morning, early in the morning, I should say, and yes, just 1:25. OK, we have got Mulberry Silk duvets, we've got the silk pillows, we've got the 100% silk pillowcases, and this is AAA grade Mulberry Silk, long-fibre Mulberry Silk. We've got the premium pillow-topped mattresses in stock. We've also got the mattress pad, so if you already like your mattress, but you want to add Mulberry Silk, you've got that there. We've also got some storage boxes there too. Right, OK. Now, do you know what? I won't lie to you, we're going to start talking to you about the duvets, but we've been live on our own Freeview channel since midnight. The pillows have just gone absolutely mad. You love the pillows. So we thought we'd try and give you guys an ITV1 and STV a chance to buy these. People love them. They love them. Right, OK, now... stay with us because I'm going to talk to you about, in detail, the benefits of Mulberry Silk. But in a nutshell, why do people like it? Mulberry Silk is naturally breathable. It's the only pillow that you need for winter, for spring, for summer, all the way through the seasons. Why is that? It's because it keeps you cosy warm in the winter and nice and cool in the summer. So do you ever wake up with that sweaty neck? Do you ever wake up with your hairs a little bit damp? Maybe that is stopping you from getting into that good quality, deep, restorative sleep, which of course we all need. We spend, what, about a third of our lives asleep. It is so vital, it is so important to each and every one of them. How is your pillow? Is it lumpy? Do you wake up in the night trying to find that hot spot or that cool spot because you're really uncomfortable? Well, this naturally works with your body's temperature to keep you cool, like I said, in the summer, or warm in the winter. Right, there's two main properties in this pillow. Firstly, you've got a fibre core. That's what gives it the loft, and this is described as a medium firm pillow. Everything about it is just perfect. It's the height that just feels so right. Whether you like to sleep on your front, your side or your back, suitable for multiple sleeping positions here. It's also got Mulberry Silk all the way around the front and the back. So we talked about the natural thermoregulating properties, so it's going to keep you nice and warm and cosy all the way through the year without being too hot. But also, this is what they called hypoallergenic. What does that mean? It's really good for allergy sufferers because part of the reason people have allergies based on bedding and pillows is because of dust mites. Dust mites can't survive on Mulberry Silk. Why? It's too dry for them. They need moisture to survive, and because it's such a tight weave, they can't actually penetrate into it. So that is why people love it, especially allergy sufferers. In fact, we get good feedback based on this topic here, but Allergy UK, an organisation who turn up at will to the company who supply these to us, and they have given all the Mulberry Silk on today's show their seal of approval. They've all got that certificate. It's not an everyday occurrence, this. You will struggle to find other brands of similar nature who supply Mulberry Silk who have this certificate. It is the ultimate seal of approval. So if you Google the benefits of Mulberry Silk for your pillows, your bed, or your mattresses, you'll often read about the hypoallergenic properties. In other words, dust mites can't live there. It's really good because it's dry. It wicks away moisture, so it's hard for bacteria to stay there too. So there are other benefits. But to get the Allergy UK seal of approval proves all of that. That is so important. And that certificate is relevant, like I said, for all the bedding we've got on today's show. Right, so we love it for that reason. If it's just for one reason that you struggle to sleep, if it's uncomfortable, if you wake up hot, if you're too cold, maybe in the winter, or if you're too hot in the summer, this is going to regulate your body's temperature so you're not too cold, you're not too hot, all the way through the year. Now, ordinarily for this, £60. But now you're saving money, £20 off. Now, you can only get this from two places. Ray, who supplies a company who often is with us, but he couldn't make it today, unfortunately, he actually sells it for £60. But now, if you buy it from us, you save £20. It's £40 for the pillow. It's so comfortable, it just cradles your head. But if I was to ask people who have bought this, what's your favourite thing about it? It's because it just regulates their body's temperature. It works with their body as it naturally fluctuates throughout the night or throughout the seasons. OK, do you know, when it comes to pillows, there are lots of them around, and I bought, quite frankly, a load of rubbish in the past. You know, when you go to supermarkets and you might see, I know, 4 for $20. It's filled with synthetic hollow fibres. You might have down, it might be a mixture of feather and down. They get so hot and get so sweaty. But do you know how many pillows end up in landfill every single year? Because you can't really return them. We're not talking thousands, we're not talking hundreds of thousands. It's shocking, this actually. It's millions and millions every single year. Pillows end up into landfill. And quite often, there are some brands out there, the cheap stuff, it's filled with recycled plastic bottles. That is not going to do you any good. That's not going to do you any good at all, because that's not going to wick away moisture. That's going to make it clammy. That is not good enough. We deserve better than that. I'm all for recycling, don't get me wrong, but recycled plastic bottles that make up the synthetic fibres in pillows, for me, that is no good, OK? Bear that in mind, because when I tell you the statistic, you're not going to believe. So about 65% of pillows end up in landfill. 65% of bought pillows, that's where they end up. Let's talk about this pillow now. When this was released, in its first year, they sold 86,000. 86,000 pillows. Now, do you know what? Let's say how many items get returned. I actually thought, because Ray asked me this question, I thought about 20% maybe. Is that pretty standard? I don't know. 30%, 10%, 5%? So put it this way, I can give you a specific number actually of how many returned. So 86,000 were sold. Only 19 of them were returned out of 86,000. You're doing something right. If it was the landfill statistic, it should have been 55,000 returned, but no, only 19. You don't get that incredible story, that statistic, unless you're doing something right. I'm so impressed with this. I really, really am. By the way, the return rate as a percentage is like 0.02 or something. 0.02% returns in their first year out of 86,000. That's 19 pillows returned. I mean, wow, if you're curious to try this, save that money, save £20. It's £40 for the one pillow. Or if you want to spread that cost interest-free, it's on PayPal Pay in 3. That's 3 payments of £14.98. So it's just the one today, and this will arrive to your door literally in a few days. It's machine washable, by the way. You can wash the whole pillow in your washing machine at 30 degrees. We recommend just one at a time. No more expensive dry cleaning bills. It dries relatively quickly too, people say. But everything about it just feels right. It's that loft. It's medium firm. That's how people would describe this. But you've got that fibre core that retains the shape. That gives you that comfort. You've got a Mulberry Silk outer coating there. And this is AAA grade, long-fibre Mulberry Silk. We're going to talk about why AAA grade Mulberry Silk is so important and how it actually gets that certificate, or that rating, I should say. But £3 and £40.98 is worth every single penny. So 654-433. Get your pillows home. We've also got Mulberry Silk pillowcases if you want to add them to your basket too. Right, OK, we're going to get to those later. Let's talk to you about the duvets. Right, we've got all the sizes in stock at the moment. So we've got single, we've got double, we've got king, and we've also got super king at the moment. Although, right, the single and the super king, we don't have a lot of stock actually. It's quite a limited amount of stock. So if you tend to buy the king, the super king or the single, then they are very, very urgent indeed. But firstly, the drape is that lovely, luxurious hotel drape you do get with Mulberry Silk. But the aesthetics, yes, we'll talk about those shortly, but they are 100% naturally non-allergenic. That's the filling. This is 100% Mulberry Silk you got in the filling there. It's not filled out with other materials to imitate Mulberry Silk. This is the real deal you've got. It's compact for easy storage because it's actually quite lightweight. TOG ratings are only relevant for synthetic filling. This hasn't got TOG rating. It's irrelevant. It's the one duvet for all year round. This is your winter duvet, your summer duvet, and all the other seasons. It's very easy to transport. You can put it in your caravan, as we just saw there, your holiday homes. You might want to put it in your suitcase to take to hotels, because when people try this, they don't go back to anything else. The common feedback we get from people is, do you know what? I always feel just right. This keeps you at your preferred temperature. You're not going to be too hot, you're not going to be too cold, whether it's winter or summer. Now, you can actually wash the entire duvet in the washing machine, the entire duvet. You don't just unzip the outer bit, you don't, it's all sewn together. You wash the entire duvet. It's not going to clump up either. So, look, the money you're saving today is excellent. If you're going for the single, you're going to save £30 there. Normally £239, but now it's £179. I'm really impressed with that. It's one item number, then it's a drop-down menu on the website, shopontv.co.uk. Then you just choose whichever one you like. The single, the double, the king, or the super king. Now, if you go for the double, you're saving £60. The king or the super king, you also save £60. And get this right, guess what the guarantee is for a duvet? You'd think 2-year, 5-year, I think, all right, fair play, that's pretty much unheard of. You get a 10-year warranty with this, a 10-year guarantee. You've got complete peace of mind, and the Allergy UK certificate is also assigned to these duvets. It's the same quality Mulberry Silk. This is AAA grade Mulberry Silk we're talking about here. 212998 is your item number. It's 3 payments of £74.65 if you want the Super King, for example. You might want to go for the double, you might want to go for the king. One for your main bedroom, one for your, maybe for your kid's bedroom, maybe a single bed there, you know, or maybe for your guest room. What some people do, by the way, if you've got a double bed, you might go for a king size. I think we've got a double bed here. We've got a king size one here because you might want that luxurious hotel drape that just looks the part. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? But whichever one you want, whilst we got it in stock, these have sold out time and time in the past. We've got all the sizes in stock at the moment, but we're live here in the early hours of the morning. It's approaching 22. Any questions, email us in. It's studio@shopontv.co.uk. Any questions at all? OK, right, let's talk to you about this in a bit more detail. When it comes to Mulberry Silk, there are various different grades, OK? This is widely known to be the best silk that money can buy. Why is that? This is long fibre, AAA grade. Now, it's basically down to, obviously, the silkworm, which are indigenous to China. They are fed on premium mulberry tree leaves. Now, there are various different leaves available. Well, you can get the you get the black leaf or you can get the red leaf. These are fed white mulberry leaves, and that gives you the AAA grade silk. Why? Because white mulberry tree leaves, they are very high in nutrients, they're very nutrient rich, and they give essential moisture to worms because they don't drink. They give you that essential moisture, so the worms are so healthy. They produce quality silk. In fact, I've actually got a cocoon here. Now, if this wasn't AAA grade, the chances are you'd be seeing a few spots on here. It looks like I've got a bandage on it, doesn't it? I haven't hurt my finger, don't worry. This is actually a cocoon. Each cocoon, you can actually get, they say, about a mile's worth of silk over here. But this is AAA grade. But what makes that? Okay, is what the worms are fed. These are good quality white mulberry tree leaves. That's very important, okay? And that's where you get that beautiful white luster. That's a good quality of silk. If it's spotting or if it's a lower grade, you get rough patches there, it can clump and it can mat up. That's why I wouldn't go for any other silk. This is some of the best silk that money could buy, AAA grade. It's also long fibre. Now, other silk brands, you get offcuts. They mat them together. I've even heard of some people polishing cotton to make it look like silk, which I think is awful. This is nothing to do with that. This is 100% AAA grade mulberry silk. And this is the same stuff you're going to have in your duvets, whether you're buying the mattress, whether you're buying the pillows or the pillowcase on today's show. It's that same high top quality level of silk. So there's your peace of mind right there. But why do people love it? Well, there are benefits. Because this is long fibre, people describe it as the most luxurious. It feels lovely. It contours the shape of your body. It cradles you. It feels always so right. Now, what do I mean by that? Why does it feel so right? Well, how often do you wake up in the middle of the night and you're hot, you're sweaty, or maybe you're too cold? How do you sleep generally? Do you struggle to get that good night's sleep? If you do, this is worth every single penny, because people always say to me, Charlie, I'm never going back to anything else. It's one of the best things I bought for myself, the Mulberry Silk Duvet, because you're never too hot and you're never too cold. And that's the natural thermo-regulating properties of mulberry silk. It keeps you cosy warm in the winter and nice and cool in the summer. Joe, it retains warmth, but it also expels heat as your body's temperature naturally fluctuates. Well, it does during the night, and especially when we transition into different seasons. So it's great for temperature regulation, but it's also great for allergy sufferers, like I said earlier. This is moisture wicking, so it's too dry for dust mites to live there. And if you feel a bit hot and clammy, a bit sweaty on your bed, the chances are you might have bacteria in there, because dark environments, damp environments, warm environments, that's a petri dish. That's a perfect environment for bacteria. So if we can wick away moisture, if we can remain cool, then it's going to be great for preventing a build-up of bacteria too. So it's really good in that regard. But when it comes to getting a good night's sleep, it's so important. I mean, you can Google the benefits, but I'm sure we feel that. If you wake up a bit cranky in the morning, do you know, if I know I've got to be up early, or if I know if I've got that wedding or that big day, that important day, or even if I'm going on holiday, get an early morning flight, nobody ever wants to be tired. No one ever wants to be tired. Even if you're having a day chilling out on your sofa, no one wants to be tired for even that. Or playing with your kids, some family time, no one wants to be tired. And let's be honest, there are various different factors, aren't there, that determines a good night's sleep. Some factors we can't help with, maybe a bit stressed at the moment or maybe got a lot on. We can't help with that. And I'm sorry if you are going through something like that. But there is a factor that we can all together now get to grips with and cover to help get us that good night's sleep. And that is comfort. It is so very important. So if we can just tick one box, if we can just sort out one factor that helps us get that good bit of shut-eye, then it's worth every single penny. This is your health we're talking about. And if it's just the fact that you just needed to buy a duvet, a Mulberry Silk duvet, then you're going to look back and remember this moment, because it's not going to be a moment you're going to forget. People don't go back to anything else when they've tried Mulberry Silk. It could be the only duvet you'll need to buy. It's your all-year-round duvet too. You don't need to buy anything else for winter or summer. This is the one duvet for all through the seasons. Right, we're really impressed with this. Max has been in touch. I have both the Silk Super Clean duvet and pillows, plus the mattress protector. I wake up really refreshed now, plus it helps ease my pain, which is brilliant. I love, love, love my Silk duvet and pillow. I would never go back to old duvets now. How about that? We've reached a very busy part of the show, guys. Add it to your basket and get them checked out. Experience the difference a Mulberry Silk duvet is going to work for you. Experience how it can help you sleep. People swear by these. One of the biggest selling brands we have on Shop on TV. And we're here every single night, by the way, on ITV1, on STV. My name's Charlie. In case this is the first time you're watching, let's explain how you can buy. You go to shopontv.co.uk. Click that button there, live on air. You can do this on your phone, your tablet, your laptops, whatever. Scroll down and you'll see all of these amazing live offers. We are live on your TV now. It's 1:45 in the morning, just approaching. If it's the duvets you're after, you need to be quick. We sell out of these time and time again. I can't believe we've got all the sizes in at the moment. The single or the super king, they may be some of the first to go. We've got the double, we've got the king for you right there. And these are standard UK sizes. They're all machine washable, the entire duvet. Machine wash them at 30. Your fabric softener, yeah, fine. Your detergent, yeah, absolutely fine. It comes out looking and smelling like a brand new duvet. OK, so £139 is your price for the single. Drop down menu, whichever one you'd like. Get one for the guest room, get one for your kid's bedroom, get one for you, yourself, your other half. Maybe your other half keeps you awake because they're so hot in the middle of the night. These duvets just keep you feeling right. You're not going to be too hot in the summer. You're not going to be too cold in the winter. So that's the duvet. Right, we've reached a busy part of the show for the duvet. If you want Mulberry Silk pillows, we got them for you too. If you want the Mulberry Silk pillowcases, we've also got those in stock at the moment. Right, now the duvets, there's so much more we can talk to you about. Pillows are flying out. Well, we're going to talk... Oh my word, we just caught up with ourselves because the penny drops. It takes about 10, 15 minutes, then people think, right, I get this, I'm going to buy it. Now, when it comes to the actual duvet, let's have a look at this. It's really thin, OK, it is thin, but don't think, OK, well, that's not going to keep me warm. Look, this isn't synthetic hollow fibre, because when it comes to TOG ratings, you buy a lower TOG for summer, a higher TOG for winter. That's for synthetic fibres, OK? Forget all TOG rating. It's completely irrelevant when it comes to Mulberry Silk. It's just the one thickness. Obviously, you've got your single, your double, your kings and all that. But this is actually quite thin. It's actually quite lightweight. But guys, experience this because it's naturally thermoregulating. So it keeps you warm, but it expels excess heat as you're getting too hot. It's also naturally moisture wicking. You've got 100% Mulberry Silk in here. This is AAA grade silk. Google what this means. If you've got any questions, then please email us in. We have got time. If you take my word for it, but if not, I understand you may not know me. But if you go to Google, type in benefits of sleeping around Mulberry Silk or the benefits of a Mulberry Silk duvet or pillow, it's amazing the amount of information that comes up there. Please do not miss out on these offers. Please don't. You're saving £60 if you're going to go for the king. But do you know what? It's also box stitched, so it looks the part. You don't have to put a duvet cover on if you don't want to, by the way. If you do, don't put polyester. Have a natural fibre because you don't want to ruin the properties of Mulberry Silk. But this is what we call box stitching. So all of those long fibre Mulberry Silk, they're anchored down into place. So it's not going to move around in between the cotton, giving you hot spots or cool spots. It's going to be evenly distributed. So you're going to have that consistent, natural, thermoregulating properties for you and your other half. Duvets get annoying. They clump up, don't they? They mat up. It's awful. You get so hot. Do you ever feel like you wake up in the night and you take your duvet off, or you put one leg out, and then you're tossing and turning in the night, then you're putting your duvet back over yourself? Yeah, it can be such a restless night's sleep. This just naturally keeps you cool in the summer and cosy and warm. Not too hot, but cosy and warm in the winter. It works to your body temperature. That's why people swear by Mulberry Silk, and this is why we have sold so many duvets. It's one of the highest selling items we've had here since we launched, 2 years ago. Okay, you get a 10-year guarantee on the duvet. How often do you see that written on duvets when you go to buy them from supermarkets and department stores? A 10-year manufacturer's guarantee. So 212-998 is your item number. You can give us a call. 03333 241 241. You can speak to somebody live when you give our call centre a ring. You can scan the QR code if you prefer. If you want to go to the website, shopontv.co.uk, click live deals, scroll down, or just type in the item number and you'll see all of the Mulberry Silk deals we've got for you today. If you are new to shopping with us, we have new customers, returning customers every single day. Click live on air, scroll down, and you'll see these live offers we've got for you. I don't know how long we can bring you these deals. I don't know how long, but what I do know is, well, it feels like we're still in Christmas mode. Merry Christmas, by the way. Hope you had a great Christmas Day and Boxing Day. As if we're at the weekend already. I can't believe it. But look, double, single, king, or the super king, whichever one you need. If you do want that luxurious hotel drape, let's say, for example, you got a double, you might want to get a king, or if you've got a king, you might want to go for a super king, or you might not. That's completely your choice. But just try it, because we believe here that they are the best duvets that money can buy. And I'm going to sit here and confidently say it could be the only duvet that you'll need to buy. It's your all year round duvet. Right, now, if you've got that in your basket, you might want to have a look at this pillow. This is a Mulberry Silk pillow. This is still AAA grade. It's still long fibre, so it feels luxurious. But why do we love this pillow? Well, yes, it's Mulberry Silk, but also the middle is actually very, very comfortable. It's a fibre core, so that's what retains the shape. And, you know, the way it feels, it's a medium firm pillow. It's got that right height. It just feels right. This cradles your head. As soon as your head hits this pillow, whether you're a side sleeper, I sleep on my front. Is that weird? I don't know many people that do that. Even as in, are you a back sleeper? I know lots of people who sleep in very different positions, regardless of which, they get on so well with this. Now, do you ever wake up a bit hot and sweaty in the night, a little bit clammy? Maybe your neck feels a little bit damp, or your hair feels a bit moist, a bit clammy. Well, maybe you've got a synthetic fibre pillow. That could well be the case. Do you often find that you're plumping it up all the time? You're turning it over. You get too hot, and then you turn it back over because it's a bit cooler. You're always searching for the cool spot. Well, you're not going to be doing that with this, because it's naturally thermoregulating. It wicks away moisture. It prevents you from getting too hot, and it keeps you toasty and warm in the colder winter months. The one pillow for all year round. Please don't be fooled, by the way, with other Mulberry Silk brands, because quite often they're not AAA grade. There could be a lower grade, which can not have the luxurious texture. They don't have that natural look. They don't. It should be white, lustrous silk, which is exactly what this is, folks. But also, it can get a bit brittle, Mulberry Silk, but not this. This is AAA grade. I'm told by our silk experts here, the best silk that money can buy. So you've got that fibre core. You've got Mulberry Silk on the back, on the front of the pillow, and you've also got the 230 Egyptian cotton thread count around the outside. So it gives you that luxurious feel. You don't have to put a pillowcase on this, actually, but if you want to, you absolutely can do. Just make sure it's natural fibre, because if it's like a synthetic polyester, it's going to ruin the properties of the Mulberry Silk that's included in this pillow. So normally £60, but now it's 40. Do you know when you look at your pillow on your bed, it just looks bad? You know when you go into that 5-star hotel and the pillows, you just want to snuggle up to them. You do, don't you? And when you walk into your room, it keeps that shape. I've had old pillows in the past where they just look awful. But that, honestly, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't, because imagine if I fell asleep. That'd be really awkward, wouldn't it? But honestly, it cradles your head. It does. And it's so soft, because all the way around the front, all the way around the back. It's a 200 thread count Egyptian cotton. Anything over 200 thread, by the way, is classed as luxury, so we're well into that. This is 230 thread count. But do you know what? It feels so super soft. It feels like my head's being cradled. Honestly, I would be out in minutes with this. I really, really would. It just naturally contours to the shape of my pillow. And you know what? You know when something's a bit too thin? I hate it in hotels. You'll probably be taking this to you within hotels. But you know, it feels too high. My head just feels a bit, I wake up with a bit of a heavy, bit of a funny neck. But here, the height's just perfect. It feels beautiful. You get a 2-year guarantee, by the way, so if it's not for you, you can return it. Try it. Just try it. It's a 2-year guarantee. But it's machine washable, like I keep on saying. But how do you wash your actual pillows? They don't take that long to dry. 3 payments of £14.98. It's so cosy. It's so warm. Right. Dust mites can't survive on Mulberry Silk. I mean, wherever we talk about parts of our body, I don't want dust mites anywhere near me, but I especially don't want them near where I breathe through my nose and my mouth, quite frankly. You don't want them triggering allergies, which they can do, dust mites. If you do your own research online, it's frightening, actually. But because dust mites can't survive on Mulberry Silk, you've got that peace of mind there too. So if you're an allergy sufferer, this is bound to help you. In fact, this has actually got the Allergy UK seal of approval. But Mulberry Silk pillows, they've been one of our biggest selling items since we launched our channel, actually. You know, and obviously we're regulated with the Advertising Standards Authority, then it goes up to Ofcom, and we're in close partnership with ITV, so we're also closely regulated. But when it comes to statistics, I'm really impressed with the story I'm about to give you. Firstly, you know those other pillows you get? You know when you see in supermarkets, you can see offers like 2 for £10 or maybe, I don't know, 4 for 20. It gets ridiculous, doesn't it? You know, and when you buy them, all right, you might go with them for a night or two, but then they start to flatten, and then they go clumpy and lumpy, and that's when you might wake up with a bit of a funny neck, or it doesn't feel quite right, or maybe waking up a few times in the night, you don't feel refreshed in the morning. It could be down to your pillow. It could be something as simple as that. There are lots of different factors that determine a good night's sleep. I get that, but comfort is a big one. So if we can help sort that out now this morning in the early hours today, live on ITV1, then it's going to be a good purchase for you. It really is. But do you know what? Do you know how many other pillows end up in landfill every single year? These are synthetic fibres. They could be feather and down, or they could just be down. They could be a blend. We're talking not just hundreds. We're not talking thousands. If I ask people, they'll probably say hundreds of thousands. It's millions. It's actually millions of pillows end up in landfill because you can't return them. You can't, and people don't get on well with them. People struggle to find their pillow. They get too hot with them. They're always tossing and turning, pumping it back up in the middle of the night. Now, normally you can't return a pillow, but if you're not happy with this, it is returnable. You get a 2-year window, a 2-year guarantee, a 2-year manufacturer's warranty with this. How incredible is that? So, normally millions of other pillows end up in landfill a year. But get this, right? The first year that these were released, they sold 89,000, right? Or was it 86,000? 86,000. 86,000 pillows. You can't always imagine that, can you? That is a lot of pillowage. That's a lot of cushion. That's a lot of pillows, right? That's a lot of loft. It's a lot of silk. Guess how many were returned? Now, when people get asked this question, they say things like, is it, I don't know, 10,000? Remember, 86,000 was sold, what, 5,000, 10,000? People say, what's the standard return rate? I mean, it varies, doesn't it? But 20% get returned? I don't know. I can actually give you a precise figure of the amount of pillows that were returned. So 86,000 sold, only 19 were returned. You're doing something right. So 86,000 people bought the pillow. They thought, yeah, I'm keeping this. Only 19 people returned it. I mean, that says it all. I can't believe that statistic. It's not often we get to say things like that on shopping TV. I'm really, really impressed. The percentage, the return rate on that, by the way, is what, 0.02%. It's ridiculous. It's not even 1%. It's not even 0.5% of the return rate. So that is how much people have loved these since these have been launched. So if you're going to get a pillow, get one, medium firm. It's a happy medium there in that regard. You've got that fibre core, so it contours the shape of your head. It just cradles your head. You've got Mulberry Silk all around the front, all around the back, so whichever, maybe you turn it around in the night, or well, no, whichever way, it doesn't matter. You're going to have that contact of Mulberry Silk, which is naturally moisture wicking. It's going to help keep you dry. It's going to help keep you nice and warm in the winter and cool in the summer. And honestly, winter I get on all right, but summer I sleep badly. I do. I sleep badly. I can't get a good position. I can't find comfort. And my neck, I wake up, it's a bit hot, sweaty, clammy. Does that resonate with you? If it does, or if your other half has moaned about their pillow, try it. You can return it if it's not for you. You get a 2-year manufacturer's guarantee as well. Right, normally £60, but at the moment it's £40. You're going to save £20 if you get this today. You can only buy this exact pillow from Ray, UK, who's often here. He supplies them to us. Or directly through us. But we struck a deal with Ray. We've worked with Ray for, a long time now. Ray's part of the family. You can get it for £40. This could be, I'm going to sit here and confidently say, this is going to be one of the best pillows, if not the best pillow, that money can buy. For a number of reasons, for the comfort, for the natural benefits the Mulberry Silk can bring, for the softness of that 230 thread Egyptian cotton on the front and the back. Right, all it is £14.98 a day. Maybe you can't afford the duvet or the mattress. It's not the easiest time of the year, I get that. Christmas crib, yeah. But, if you can get involved, something is better than nothing. So if you're able to just get a pillow, then that's a big box ticked. To have the naturally hypoallergenic properties on your pillow, we don't want dust mites anywhere around us, especially around where we breathe in, around our eyes and ears and so on. So a pillow is a really good place to begin. So 654-433, if you haven't shopped this before, there's the website. Click live deal, scroll down, you'll see it there. Or if you just type in the item number, it will take you directly to this live deal. Right, we are always so impressed with this. Trey loves this. This is the best bedding, says Trey. I love my Mulberry Silk duvet and pillow. I live with chronic pain, and buying this set was the best thing I did. You think it won't regulate your temperature, but it does, no matter the season. It's also so light that turning over in bed is now much easier without getting tangled in it or having to kick it up first. It washes beautifully, which is great too. So useful if you have pets, yeah? You won't regret it. I didn't, even though I had only just bought a new feather and down one. Oh no. Well, do you know what, Trey, if you're still watching, at least you've got it sooner rather than later. And the sooner people experience Mulberry Silk, the sooner they could well be getting that better night sleep, which we all need. And you can Google the amount of health reasons it gives you, for physical health, for mental health. Again, I'm not making any claims, but I don't know about you. Do you feel better after you've had a good night's sleep? I do. I feel whether I'm just having a day at home. When you wake up and you've got that 7 hours, they say 7-8 hours, don't they, is a good amount to try and get. I just feel so much better. I just feel so much more active. My mood improves. I don't get cranky, I get hangry. No. But you know what? Some people can notice that their mood changes, can't they? Maybe people's a bit worked up about something. We can't help if people are stressed. Maybe that's stopping you from sleeping, and I'm sorry if you are going through that. We can't help with that. But we can help with comfort tonight, which is a big, big factor that can determine a good night's sleep. So if we can all now get one box ticked, guys, it's worth it. What if it was just the fact that your duvet wasn't right for you? You were too hot or too cold? What if it was just not a correct pillow for you? Well, don't forget, 86,000 of these were sold in the first year. Only 19 of them were returned. You're curious, aren't you? Lots of you are buying this. Thank you so much. Lots of you are checking out your baskets. Don't forget, if it's in your basket, it's not reserved. Some websites operate like that. It's not reserved. Somebody else can grab yours. And if this sells out, and I'm sure it's going to be heading that way soon, then somebody else could pinch yours out your basket. Don't wait for that to happen. Get the saving and get the benefits, the natural benefits of Mulberry Silk in your own home. So 654-433. Right, you know what? We talked about pillowcases. Now, look, you might already have some you love at home. If it's a natural material like cotton, for example, then great. Please don't put polyester on this because it's going to have a barrier against the natural properties of Mulberry Silk. But have a look at these. These are beautiful. Right, now, firstly, we talked about the benefits of Mulberry Silk, didn't we? But just look how beautiful these look. Now, we've got 4 different colour options for you. Let's whiz through those first of all, because I know maybe you want to go to bed, maybe you're up early to go, maybe you're a night shift worker. Let's whiz through the colour options for you. It's one item number, 001108, and it's a drop-down menu. You just choose whichever colour option you'd like. At the back there, you've got the Arctic. Look at the lustre. It's that opulence. It's that 5-star hotel luxury you've got with these pillows. They just look so soft and so inviting, don't they? Where I put the ripples in there, if I just crumple it up, look how it just bounces off that light. It is beautiful. OK, so you've got the Arctic. Let's have a look at the other colours we've got for you here. This is going to be the desert option. If you want some natural, if you've got like coffee colours there, you know, why not? If you've got like natural browns, creams, I reckon that's going to be absolutely beautiful there. Maybe got some greys, maybe got some warm greys. You might want to go for the sage. Green's very popular for interior designs at the moment. Green, love it. You hear sage popping up all over the place, don't you? So that is going to be your sage. And in front of us, we've got the white there. The white is beautiful. Even on the white, can you see that lustre? That beautiful, beautiful lustre. It's almost like a pearlescence. That's what people love about Mulberry Silk. OK, so we talked about how it looks. And look, come on, that looks luxury. Imagine walking into your bed, you know, after a long day, and you think, oh, I'm going to get in that minute. I can't wait to snuggle up in there. But, OK, why do people love, also, Mulberry Silk pillowcases? Well, apart from they look the part, and they do look beautifully luxurious, people use this because they worry about getting wrinkles on their skin. Now, because silk, especially AAA grade Mulberry Silk, which is what this is, it's so very smooth, it causes less friction as we move around. So it's likely to reduce the amount of wrinkles you get on your skin. And also, people worry about hair frizz. Do you worry about your hair breaking? Maybe you've got synthetic pillowcases, maybe you've got cotton pillowcases, maybe you wear those silk, what they call those silk hats people wear in bed. What are they called? Bonnets, yeah, bonnets people wear them. Maybe you find them irritating and uncomfortable. You might get on better with this. This is the silk pillowcase. But because it's smooth, it's less likely to break hair. So it's kind for your skin. It's also good for wrinkles, and it's also kind for your hair too. And although silk is moisture wicking, it doesn't dehydrate the skin like some other fibres, like some other materials can do. And if, let's say, you've put on some, I don't know, some moisturiser, maybe someone got you some for Christmas, maybe some can be really expensive, can't they? You don't want other materials to draw out moisture and the night creams, moisturisers you put on your skin, because it becomes a waste of money then, doesn't it? Obviously, I'm not here to make any claims. Always do your own research on the internet. Always check with people. But, guys, there's lots and lots about it. People swear by silk pillowcases for skin benefits, for hair benefits, and also because they just look so beautiful. Right, OK, so would you like the Arctic, the white, the sage, or the desert? 001108. That's £35 for one of the cases. Normally £45, but you're saving £10. We are busy for these deals. Quite often we don't have all of the colours available, but whilst we've got them in stock, when they sell out, I don't know when of these are going to be back in stock. In fact, last time we had the show, I don't think we had all the actual colours. Right, 3 payments of £13.32. It's just that one payment today. That even includes your postage, and this will be arriving to your door literally in a few days. So 001108, type that into the search bar on shopontv.co.uk, add it to your basket and check out. We have brand new customers every single day. We have returning customers every single day here on Shop on TV. We're in close partnership on ITV1. the chances are you're going to be watching us live here on ITV1. You might watch us on STV, maybe on YouTube, our own Freeview channel, wherever. But we've got a lot of people watching. It's normally the case that we are very, very busy, and we've just reached one of the busiest parts of the show. If you want AAA grade long-fibre mulberry silk, whether it's duvets, pillows, mattresses or pillowcases, we have got you covered. But John, we've also got the most incredible mattress on the show. The technology, the science that goes into this mattress is really, really incredible. We're talking about a lovely chap called Ray, we've mentioned him a few times, who's normally here. This is the chap that supplies all these Mulberry Silks products to us. Here's Ray telling you why people love the mattress.
This is an extraordinary mattress. It's packed with silk, and because it is packed with silk, it's better, in our opinion, than, say, mattresses which don't have silk in them. Now, how this happened is quite simple. We decided to enter the mattress business roughly about 5 years ago. And we were in a very, very fortunate position, Rob, and I'll tell you why I say that. As you know from previous shows that we have done together over years, as a company, we exhibit at every major retail exhibition in Britain.
Yeah.
And we have done for 65 years. And we talk to the public. When we're live at an exhibition, we talk to the public. And we ask them their likes and their dislikes. And they tell us what they like and they dislike about their bedding. Now, we discovered by asking over a period of about 18 months before we started to manufacture this mattress, we discovered that basically there's two types of mattresses you can get: memory foam or a sprung mattress. Now, some people like memory foam, but we discovered an awful lot of people were unhappy with it. Let's put it that way.
Yes, yes.
It made them too hot, and it tended, in their opinion, to lose shape very quickly.
Yeah.
In actual fact, that happened to my wife and myself. About 9 to 10, 11 years ago, we decided we would like a new mattress. We went to the shop that sells mattresses, and she made me lie in the bed and test it. I lay in the bed for 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, thought this feels okay. Bought one, paid, I think it was roughly close to £1,000 anyway for it, had it delivered, and 3 or 4 months after we had it delivered, I discovered I didn't really like it at all. I was overheating on it, and it lost shape very quickly, and I was sinking into a hollow within this memory foam mattress. So I was of the same opinion as the public, that based on the information we had gained over 18 months by talking to the public at roughly 100 retail outlets every year, that springs were really much better than memory foam to have in a mattress.
But as we've already said, there are different types of spring.
Yeah.
Maybe we haven't really covered that. Well, there are different types of
yes,
spring.
Yes, of course. Well, the old-fashioned sprung mattresses, the springs within the mattress were very large in diameter. Each one was joined to the one next door, and they had a serpentine rail that ran round the outer. Now, the problem then was, of course, I weigh about 19, 20 stone. My wife weighed roughly 10 stone. And when I turned over in bed, the springs, because they were all joined together, you got motion transfer. When I turned over, she ended up rolling over on top of me and bumping into me.
Sometimes the only way you can get a cuddle,
It's the only way you can get a cuddle. Rob, I've been married 48 years. You don't get many cuddles after 48 years. Aww. I can assure you. So what we decided to do as a company, we decided to manufacture a modern mattress with pocket springs.
Right.
Now, this is a cut-down version of what's inside this mattress. This is the pocket springs that you will find inside this mattress. Unlike the old-fashioned springs, these stand on their own. They are not joined together. Now, this is a medium firm support mattress. When you sleep in this, your body is going to be supported. You're not going to sink into a hollow.
Right.
It's not going to lose shape. It cannot lose shape because there's so many springs within the mattress. I think from memory in a king, there's roughly 800 springs, which is quite a lot.
And they all contour, they fit the contours.
Yes, well, I'll show you this. This
They?
might interest the viewers. You'll find, because they all stand independently, the only springs that move in this mattress are the springs where the weight is directly above that particular spring. And to give you some indication of what I mean, if I press this spring down right in the corner, flat as a pancake, the springs either side don't move.
Right.
They simply don't move because they're individual pocket springs.
And Joe, that is just one of the reasons why people love these mattresses. Joe, to get a 10-year guarantee on a mattress is incredible. It's all about the springs for me. I don't get on very well with memory foam. I don't know about you. I find it gets quite hot. But when I had old spring mattresses, if I move, my other half moves. But for springs, it's motion isolation. It's something to behold. It's something to experience. 089 8380 is a number. This has been very popular in the past. And if you don't want to pay £469 all at once, well, you can spread the cost interest-free using PayPal Pay in 3. That'll be 3 payments of £159.65. So any questions, whilst we're here live, just email us in studio@shopontv.co.uk. In fact, we've had some emails come in, and thank you so much. Firstly, we've had a message from Carol. Carol, thank you. He says, "Hi, Charlie. How was your Christmas? I hope you are well and have a fab new year." Carol, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you and, of course, a happy new year. Carol, it was lovely. I spent most of it on the M6, but, you know, I'm living out my car. But, you know, it was great, actually. I was at my girlfriend's and at my parents' just, on Boxing Day as well. So, Carol, I had a lovely time. Thank you. I hope you did too. Frank has been in touch too. Frank says, "Oh, I am fed up of pillows going flat after a short period." Frank, I agree with you. Will the Mulberry Silk pillow retain its shape and not go flat? Yes, Frank, it will. Good question. And I can explain that to you. Firstly, we describe this as a medium firm pillow. You've got a fibre core in the middle there, and that is actually what retains the shape. So it doesn't go lumpy. You're not going to have hot spots or cold spots because you get fibre in the middle and you get Mulberry Silk, AAA grade Mulberry Silk, all over the outside. So, Frank, if you really want a decent pillow, then we recommend this. It's actually £40. You'll see it on the website. So, good for you. Not ordinarily £60, but now it's 40. So, Frank, absolutely right. This retains its shape, and that's a big reason people buy it, actually, Frank. Any more questions, keep them coming through. studio@shopontv.co.uk. Right. Well, let's go back to the duvets. If you have just joined us, if you've just tuned in and you know you love Mulberry Silk, whilst they're back in stock, go to the website. This is AAA grade Mulberry Silk. Regardless of which size duvet you buy, and they're all standard UK sizes, this is your all-year-round duvet. You haven't got to buy a big one for winter, you haven't got to buy a lighter one for summer. It's the one duvet all year round. Why? Because it's naturally moisture wicking and you're always going to be at the right temperature, because Mulberry Silk is what they call natural thermoregulation. So you're not going to get too hot in the summer or too cold in the winter. If you're really hot, it expels the excess heat. It's natural thermoregulating properties. That's what people love about it. But also, it looks the part. And because this is AAA grade silk, it's long fibre silk. People love that because it feels more luxurious than lower grades. It doesn't mat or clump like lower grades. And also, it's box stitched. So the stitching anchors and holds the silk in position, like it's been quilted to a degree. So you're not going to get hot spots or cold spots. You get it so evenly distributed throughout the entire duvet. It's compact and easy for storage because it's quite thin. It's quite thin. It's completely different. Forget TOG ratings. That's only relevant for synthetic. This is Mulberry Silk we're talking. It's easy to store away. You might want to put it in suitcases to take away to hotels and so on. But it's filled with 100% long fibre AAA grade Mulberry Silk. Some Mulberry Silk, they actually pad it out with other synthetic materials. It gets really naughty, and I really disagree with that. I hate hearing about that. This is 100% AAA grade. They're not offcuts. They're long fibres. There could be something like 5 miles worth of Mulberry Silk into one of these mattresses, into one of these duvets. It's machine washable, so you can wash, yes, your entire duvet, bung it in the washing machine, about 30 degree, they say. No more expensive cleaning bills, and because it's going to help retain your optimum temperature, your natural temperature, then it's less likely you're going to run up big electricity bills. That could be the case. You know, if I get too hot, I'm taking the duvet off, and then literally 30 seconds, a minute later, I'm back on. I'm just doing that. It's like a dance I do. Or maybe your other half likes it a bit warmer than you. I like it a bit cooler than my girlfriend. You know, it varies, but this works with you. It keeps you at the temperature that you want to be at. So not too cold in the winter and not too hot in the summer. And that's a big reason why people sleep so well when it comes to Mulberry Silk. But how are you sleeping? You know, how are you sleeping at the moment? You know, do you wake up in the middle of the night? Do you wake up a bit hot or a bit too cold? A good night's sleep helps so much when it comes to mental health benefits, of course, when it comes to just general lifestyle, physical benefits. It gives our bodies and our brains a chance to repair and restore. And if we're not getting that quality sleep each night, then you could well feel the repercussions of that. And I was thinking when I was driving here today, right, so we're doing this, and I know what I'm going to be talking about. What situations or what events we go through our lives where we don't want to be tired for. We don't want to be tired if we get married. We don't want to be tired for that big day at work, that job interview. But actually I was thinking, well, actually you never want to be tired. you never want to be tired, even if you're just having a pyjama day the next day or chilling out your dressing gown, having a day off, even if it's just doing gardening, you never want to be tired, or playing with your kids. No one wants to be tired. So if we can get one thing sorted, a big factor that helps determine that we all get that good night's sleep, it's comfort. It is comfort. It is worth every single penny. Every single penny. If you're curious, don't forget, you can return it if it's not for you. You can try it. You can take it out, sleep with it, try it. If it's not for you, you can contact the guys that supply it, and you can return it. And by the way, you get a 10-year guarantee on the duvet, so bear that in mind. At the moment, we are running low on stock now. We've had a busy show, thanks so much. If you want the single, the double, the king, or the super king, these are your prices. In fact, you're going to save money on each and every size. The single, you're going to save £30. If you go for the double, the king, or the super king, you're going to save £60, regardless of which of the bigger sizes you get. So whilst you're saving money, whilst we got it in stock, if you're curious how this is going to help you sleep, and the chances are this is going to be the best duvet you're going to buy for yourself or your family or your loved one, it's worth it. Try it. Get it home, try it. If it's not for you, you can return it. It's low risk, this, guys. It's 03333 241 241. Dial the number if you want to speak to somebody on the phone, or if you do go to the website, sharmantv.co.uk, add it to your basket and check out. Literally, it takes minutes. But by the way, let's show you the actual prices here. So it's one item number, it's 212998, and then it's a drop-down menu. You just choose whichever size you want, and again, these are standard UK sizes. You get the single, the double, the king, or the super king. This is your all-year-round duvet. It's the only duvet you need. Single, usual price is £169. Our price is £139. The double, normally £239. Today, at the moment, if you're shopping with us live here on the early hours this morning, it's £179. The king, normally £259. That's lowered to just under £200, £199. For a AAA grade, 230 Egyptian cotton thread count duvet, that's fantastic. A super king, usual price £279. Our price is £219. I mean, I'm blown away with these prices. I don't know how long we can do this for. I really don't know. But what I do know is we've had a busy show. Thank you so much indeed. I'm just so pleased when I hear we've been busy because I know you're going to love it. I'm not on commission. That makes no difference to me. I'm just so pleased because the feedback we get for all of our Mulberry Silk products, to be honest with you, is always so positive. And I'm just so pleased you're going to experience this. We've had more emails. We're going to read them out in a second. But you're probably thinking, oh, poor Charlie, he's at his finger. He's at his pinky. No, I bruise like a peach. I bruise like a peach. No, even though my name's Charlie, no one bit me. Right. Oh, it really annoyed me, that. Was it? Well, oh, that annoyed me. Before I even saw the video on YouTube, you know, Charlie bit my finger, it already started to annoy me. But no, because everyone kept banging on about it. No, I'm only joking. It's funny, it's funny. Right. This is a cocoon, a silkworm cocoon. They're indigenous, of course, to China, and this is so natural. And it's such a natural protective property. This is nature at its greatest. I think it's fantastic. Now, the silkworm, as it ages, it goes through so many different temperature changes, you know, all the way to different seasons, so many different temperature changes. And the silk naturally regulates the temperature of the worm. As if we can have this on our own bedding. It's fantastic. So the worm's never going to be too cold in the winter. It's never too hot in the summer. It's just right. It's always just right. Now, you can get various different grades of mulberry silk, OK? In fact, actually, in just one cocoon like this, you can get up to like a mile. It's fantastic. It's up to like a mile. And the long fibres is what determines, well, part of the reason that determines the grade of the silk. This is AAA grade, the best silk that money can buy. To be able to get some of the best silk that money can buy is just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Look how much you get in your duvet. It's 100% silk. It's not mixed with other fibres that imitate silk, which some naughty companies do that. This isn't that. There's two ingredients in this duvet, 100% AAA grade mulberry silk, and you get the Egyptian cotton. But you know, when it comes to the quality, can I talk to you about mulberry leaf trees? Can I talk to you about, you know what? There are really 3 common mulberry tree leaves that silkworms are fed on. The best one is the white mulberry tree leaf, which these are. The silkworms, this silk is produced from a silkworm that's been fed white leaves. Why is this best? Because it's the highest in natural nutrients, so it's nutrient rich, and it's also got essential moisture. Because worms don't drink, they get their moisture from eating the actual white leaves too, and that's what determines AAA grade mulberry silk. Hand-picked mulberry silk. Some of the lower grades are machine-picked. It gets a bit brittle. They start to break. These are hand-picked. So this is the purest, most excellent silk that money can buy. Some of the best silk out there. And we're very proud to offer this here live on Shop on TV. I hope you like my little cocoon story there too. But it just makes you think. If it's a lower grade silk, you get irregularities. You can get rough patches. It can start matting up. So it can start going. It can cluster. It can go a bit clumpy, and you get spots. And visually, from colour, you can get irregularities. But this AAA grade mulberry silk has that pearl white luster. That's the sign. That's the difference. And that's what you're going to be cocooned around as you're sleeping. We've had emails come in. We've had people watching from all over the place. You're likely to be watching us on ITV1, on STV. Philip's been in touch from Swansea. Philip, a very good morning. Hope you're okay, my friend. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Philip says, would you need a duvet cover for this? Oh, sorry, I haven't read this before. Oh, I lost my father in September, not been sleeping good. It's been a struggle this Christmas, it really has. Philip, I'm so sorry to hear that, but thanks so much for sharing that with us and emailing us in. I hope you're okay. Look, do you know with Christmas, and it can be, I've lost people close to me at Christmas, it's a hard time of the year. And actually, to be honest with you, not to get too emotional into this, but I don't put too much pressure on Christmas because it depends where you are in life, can't it? That can determine if it's a happy time of the year or a sad time of the year. So do you know what? Philip, thanks so much for sharing that with us, but I'm sorry to hear the sad news. I hope you're okay. But to answer your question, would you need a duvet cover for this? You don't actually need one. You don't. And because it's machine washable, you can wash it time and time again. On the outside, it's a 230 Egyptian cotton thread count. anything over 200 thread count is considered luxury. So you're well into the realm of luxury here. 230. That is incredible. If you want to put a duvet cover on, yes, you can do, and some people do, but just try and make sure it's a natural fibre, like a silk or like an Egyptian cotton. Because if it's a polyester one, if it's a synthetic, put my teeth back in, if it's a synthetic duvet cover, then it can reduce the properties, the benefits of that mulberry silk. So the answer is yes, you can, but you don't have to. But it's machine washable like we've just seen here. You can put it into your caravan. But thanks very much for that, Philip. Hope you're okay, my friend. You can put this in your suitcase if you want to take it on a holiday with you. If you want to drape it over the guest bedroom, your main bed, we've got UK sizes for single, double, king, or super king, and whichever one you choose, you can have it on PayPal, Pay in 3, but it's 100% breathable. If I had to pick the biggest property for me, it's the fact it just keeps you at the temperature that feels so right and just so comfortable. You will always be at the right temperature, so you might even save on heating bills with this. Right, we've been that busy, we've just reached, right, normally the case, what's the time? I bet it's right, it's about 2:30. It's normally about this time. We're actually now down to single figures on the single. So if you're flicked on and you're tempted by the single, if you've heard about Mulberry Silk, or you might have done some research online, or maybe you've been blown away by the reviews we've read, get it home and try it. The single is now the most urgent. 3 payments of £47.98 for the single if you have it on PayPal, Pay in 3. But at the moment, we've got the double, the king and the super king in stock. But at the moment, it's quite rare, actually. We have all the sizes available, but I'm amazed we do. I don't know how long these prices are going to be here. You're saving £30 on the single, or if you go for the double, the king or super king, you're going to save £60 off each of one of those. OK. How do you buy, though? Well, this is shopontv.co.uk. You can go to the web page, click live on air, scroll down. It's really easy. You'll see all the offers I'm talking about live right here. So if you want to call someone, you can do. You can type in the item number, but basically you just select the size, add to basket, check out like you would normally do on other websites. So if you've got any more questions or any more emails, please do keep them coming through. It's studio@shopontv.co.uk. Right, we talked about duvets. They are perfect, but if you want a mulberry silk pillow, then look no further. There are actually different ingredients. There's 2 main, well, 3 I suppose, but there's 2 main ingredients actually in the pillow. Firstly, people love this for the comfort. Why? Because it's a medium firm pillow. It's got the most wonderful, luxurious loft to this, and that's down to the fibre core. That fibre core is what helps to retain its shape. My pillow at home, if I did this, it would be going all the way down here, it'd be sagging over my arm. It would be drooping, it would be a mess, it would be clumpy. This is so evenly dispersed. It just feels so consistent, do you know what I mean? But you've got that loft, that's what gives you the comfort, but also actually what gives you the comfort is the fact, on the outside, all the way round, you've got AAA grade mulberry silk. It's moisture wicking, so it's going to keep you nice and warm in the winter, but it's also going to keep you nice and cool in the summer. It basically, it always keeps you at the right temperature. It always feels right for you. So if you ever wake up with that clammy neck, sometimes I'm waking up, especially in the summer, my hair feels a little bit damp, a little bit clammy, and I have such a bad sleep. I'm always moving my pillow around. Maybe you're doing this at home. You're trying to find that warm spot, and then another 10 minutes passes. You turn it back over again. Another 10 minutes passes. You're trying to find that cool spot, or maybe your head feels so cold because it's a synthetic pillow. You know, experience mulberry silk. Experience mulberry silk because it keeps you at the right temperature. And people often say, well, if you ask them why do you like mulberry silk, they'll often say to you, do you know what, I always feel just right. I'm never too hot, I'm never too cold. And when it comes to your head, that's going to be absolutely ideal. But another reason people like this is because it's naturally hypoallergenic. What does that mean? It's less likely to trigger people who suffer with allergies, OK? You know, people have runny nose, it could cause inflammation, allergies, can't it? People suffer with dust mites, and that's really what we're talking about here. dust mites cannot survive on Mulberry Silk, and it's our dust mite friends, well, they're definitely not our friends, they're our little enemies, that can trigger allergies. So if you have itchy skin, they can irritate people who suffer with eczema and asthma and that kind of thing. Again, I'm not claiming anything. Always do your own research online, of course. But when it comes to dust mites, it's not actually them, it's their droppings, their poop that can irritate us. It's actually the dry skin left behind from dust mites that can cause allergies. So if dust mites can't survive on Mulberry Silk, that's a huge, huge thing, you know? It's a huge, huge thing. And I especially don't want dust mites around where my face is, around where I breathe in through my nose or my mouth, around my eyes or in my ears. I just don't want that around me. So that, my friends, is going to be a really, really good thing to purchase. If you can buy one thing today, if your budget allows for it, well, £40, you're saving money, get the pillow. It's better to have something Mulberry Silk than nothing at all. Start realising the benefits. It's like you're dipping your toe into the water. It's like a little starter kit. Dipping your toe into the world of Mulberry Silk. Great place to start is your pillow. But honestly, folks, it just feels, it's so soft. My head, honestly, I can feel myself nodding. Imagine if I nodded off now. My head just feels, it gently just sinks into the pillow. You know, some pillows, you can feel it lumpy. And I'm not being cheesy about this, I'm not. This feels like it's just cradling my head. It's cradling my head. And if you're a side sleeper or back sleeper, I'm a front sleeper, is that weird? I've heard it's email us in, are you a front sleeper? I front sleep on my stomach. I always wake up in a different position, but I'm a nightmare. But email us in, because I want to be a fellow front sleeper. But do you know what? This really feels luxurious. It just feels right. Not too thin, not too heavy, like my head's not at an awkward angle. It just feels right. It feels correctly supported. So normally I struggle with lumpy pillows. I'm either too hot or too cold. You're not going to have those problems with this. It's very unlikely because, again, this is the natural properties of Mulberry Silk we're talking about. It's also 230 Egyptian cotton thread count, so it's nice and soft too. You don't have to have pillowcases because you can machine wash the whole pillow. Put it in your washing machine at 30 degrees. Wash it as many times as you want. But you know what? Because it retains its shape, it just looks the part when you walk into your bed. You know, when you walk into a hotel room for the first time, you look around, don't you? You have a look at the bed. It's exciting when you walk into a hotel room. But the pillows always look fantastic. They always look so plump and inviting. That's exactly what these are. So 654-433. 3 payments of £14.98. The mattresses are flying out. Absolutely flying out. Whilst we've got them in stock, guys, check out your baskets. We're only live now for about another 25 minutes, so do not hang around on that. Dial the number 03333 241 241 or go to the website shopontv.co.uk. Do you know what? Talk about mattresses, though. If you have just flicked on, let's remind you, I'm not going to tell you, we're going to throw to a clip with our Ray, who's normally here talking to us through Mulberry Silk. This is the guy who's an expert in all things silk, and he supplies these to us. He's a lovely chap. He's been doing this for years. If you've got it in your basket, get ready to check out because these are not going to last. And here is why.
Mulberry Silk, of course, keeps you warm in the winter, cool in the summer, stops you sweating, or you sweat less, let's put it that way. It'll take away 30% of its own weight in moisture or sweat. People who overheat in bed, it really is the mattress you should be sleeping on.
Yeah.
Now, the pillow top, we make 3 different mattresses. We make the regular, we make the premium, and the premium plus. Now, what we're offering today is a wonderful bargain, actually, for any viewer watching. We are offering the viewers a chance to get the Premium Plus for the price we would normally charge for the regular, everyday, bog standard mattress. Now, you'll find I've got a cut-down version of it here. You can see it. You can see just how beautiful that is. Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
It is lovely, yeah.
Bed, yeah. This top layer is extra silk, and you'll find when you sleep in this, it really just is the most perfect thing to sleep on.
Yeah. So on the regular mattresses, there's silk inside with all those, but this you're sleeping right on it. And
yes,
again,
but the silk inside the mattress all the way up, in one of the layers, then there's extra silk in top and plenty of it. Now, the important thing to remember with this mattress, it is a support mattress. When you sleep on it, you don't sort of go into a recess. I keep using this word recess because mattresses, memory foam, do tend, according to what the public tell us, I'm only repeating what the public have told me for the last 18 months. You'll find me somewhere, or somebody from our company, at every live exhibition in Britain. For 250 days out of 350 days every year, we will be talking to the public about their bedding likes and their dislikes. So they tell us that they prefer pocket-sprung mattresses. And what we have done is taken a pocket-sprung mattress, filled it with silk, given it a 10-year warranty, a 60-day trial period. It'll be delivered to you. You put it in the bed, you sleep on it for 60 days. If after 60 days you decide you don't like it, and that's virtually impossible, you simply lift the telephone, one telephone call, you phone us up, we will send you a special bag, you pop it in the bag, we come and collect it, and we refund every penny that you paid for this mattress.
Right, now, guys, based on that, we haven't got many sizes left. We've sold out of the single, we've sold out of the double, we've sold out of the super king. We've only got the king size left, OK? Hopefully, we will be getting the other sizes back very shortly, but at the moment, it's all about the king size. So that's 3 payments of £159.65. You'll have this in a few days if you're ordering with us right now. If you haven't just joined us, my name's Charlie. We are live here on ITV1. It's approaching 20 to 3 in the morning. You might be watching us on STV or watching us on YouTube. Talk about good night's sleep. I'm going to be out in minutes after this. Do you know what? 089838 is your item number for the mattress. For me, yes, it's about the Mulberry Silk, but it's also about those springs in the mattress, that motion isolation. If you wake up the other half, or if they're waking you up in the middle of the night, then please try this. Absolutely try this. You know, I reckon this could personally save arguments. If you know what, you feel guilty, don't you? If you can't sleep, quite often it means your other half can sleep. Well, this could well stop all that. It really could. Whatever we do, a quality of life, I think, will vastly improve if we know we can get a good night's sleep each and every night. And it's likely your sleep is going to improve with this. It's like it's going to. It's got medium firm feel to this too. Dust mite resistant because it's Mulberry Silk. Edge-to-edge support. You've got a 10-year manufacturer's warranty with this. So, folks, you have got complete peace of mind with that. Complete peace of mind. Please don't be fooled. Mulberry Silk quality varies. This is the high one. This is they say the highest grade money can buy. AAA grade Mulberry Silk, long fibre Mulberry Silk, folks. You've got the real deal here. I'm so excited for you. The natural cooling properties, the natural temperature regulating properties of Mulberry Silk. You're always going to be the right temperature with the mattress, but also you've got the springs. There's so much technology in that mattress. This has been tested by an expert, bless him. You know what, this is for all ages, though. For all ages. The coolness, the comfort, the support. The Cocoon Sleep Systems mattress is tested by our own in-house sleep experts. Do you know what? People love this, though. Various different ages. Whether you're a child, teenager, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, or maybe in your 90s, maybe you're retired. But if you ever wake up because you're just uncomfortable, you're tossing and turning, what if it was all just because of your comfort? And if this really does help improve your sleep, I'm going to sit here and confidently say it's bound to, then this could be one of the best purchases we can make. Because if we're tired for anything, it ruins it. If we're tired for anything, it ruins it. The only thing you lose, I'll be honest with you, is your post and packaging. So, all right, if you had to sacrifice your £9.95 P&P, that's for the mattress. That's to try it. But even if it isn't for you, I very much doubt you'll be returning it, but at least then you'll know. It's the process of elimination, think of it that way. But you're bound to absolutely love it. It's so comfortable. I don't want to line it now because I'll be out and that'll be boring television. But look, yeah, 3 pence, 159.65 pence if you're choosing it on, if you're buying on PayPal, paying 3. By the way, if you're watching us on ITV+1, just bear in mind these stock updates I'm giving may be out of date. So by the time you go to the website, the stock levels may have changed. They might not be available. So if you are checking it, always have a look on the website. Excuse me. Okay, right. We haven't got long left. The clock is ticking. You do need to be quick on these. I don't know when we're going to be back, folks, with Mulberry Silk or with these prices. So if you're tempted by it, I would go for it. Let's have a look. What we're going to look at now, the duvets. Okay. Pillows coming up shortly. They're available now, the Mulberry Silk ones. They are flying out. By the way, we've got the poof there as well. It's not just a poof. It massages your feet. Have a look at that. I was nearly asleep earlier. That grounded me earlier. It was beautiful. Right, OK. But yeah, footstool's great. You know, footstool that massages your feet as well. But you'll see it on the website too. But yeah, if all these amazing things I'm talking about, if you're wondering, OK, well, how can I have a look? Just head to shopontv.co.uk. Click live deals, scroll down. In fact, we'll do it. Right. This is what you see as soon as you go on the website, whether on your phone or whether you're on the website or on your laptop, tablet. Click that live button, scroll down, and there it is, the Oasis footstool. Oh, I wouldn't be out of that thing. It gives you temperature if you want it. You can cycle through different massages. You've got pneumatic air pressure, that compression. That's my favourite. You've got numerous rollers on here too. You can isolate them if you just want one or the other. You can have a mixture. But also when you're not using it, it's fully rechargeable, by the way. It plugs into the wall, free charge it, and you're good to go. But it's a great, great footstool too. That is, honestly, I had a cheeky go earlier on. It relaxed me. Honestly, it was beautiful. The compression on your feet, it just cradles and holds your feet up. It grounded me. It's beautiful. Anyway, if you want it, go for it. It's on the website. It's a great price at the moment. But let's go back to Mulberry Silk. The duvets are normally our biggest selling items when it comes to Mulberry Silk. This is what it can look like in your house. Now, you can leave it as it is because it's 100% Mulberry Silk. And it's covered with Egyptian cotton, 230 thread count. So this is luxury cotton. And yeah, it looks beautiful. It's 100% naturally non-allergenic because dust mites can't survive on there. So it's great for allergy sufferers. Dust mites can't penetrate the fibres because they're so compact. And because it's too dry for dust mites, they can't survive. It's compact for easy storage, but this is your all year round duvet. You haven't got to buy another one for winter or summer. This regulates your body's temperature throughout all the seasons. So you always feel just right. Not too cold, never not too hot either. That's it, 100% long fibre, AAA grade Mulberry Silk. Look how much is in there. It's packed full of it. And you've got that box stitching, so it's going to anchor all of that Mulberry Silk in place. So you're not going to have hot patches, you're not going to have cool patches. It's machine washable, bung it in your washing machine. Wash it at 30 degrees. And it's going to look like a new fresh duvet each and every time. Regulates your temperature again throughout the winter, colder months and the summer months too. Do you know what? People have told me, oh, you're doing that. I mean, my bosses here have told me who've got it. The crew tell me they've got it. And we get so many testimonials and feedback. If I had to pick probably the most common reason why people love it, they say, I always feel just right. Charlie, I'm never too hot. I'm never too cold, regardless of what season I'm in. I'm never too hot, never too cold. And that's the natural breathability of Mulberry Silk. It also wicks away moisture. And that's good for a number of reasons. You know, I once told, actually, we sweat about a pint of moisture a night. Well, it's a lot, put it that way. It could be a lot. Honestly, it's frightening. But you know what? It's a lot, put it that way. It could well be that. It's a lot, put it that way. But firstly, you don't want to wake up hot, sweaty and clammy. It's so uncomfortable. I feel gross, don't you? You just feel a bit dirty. It's unpleasant. And that can stop you from going into that deep sleep, which we need for our body, for our brain, to restore and to repair. We need all that. And you can read sleep benefits online. I'm sure you know them anyway. We all know we need a good night's sleep, don't we? But the point is, if it wicks away moisture, it's not going to be hot and clammy in bed. So bacteria is less likely to thrive in our beds because what does bacteria need? Moisture, dark environments and warmth. normally, it's a perfect harbour for bacteria. It's like a petri dish for bacteria, but not if you've got mulberry silk. But that's just some of the benefits. It's so soft, it looks luxurious, it's easy to store away, but I would have this out each and every time. In my opinion, it's the best duvet that money can buy. Just check if you are looking at other mulberry silk duvets, just a heads up for you, because I'm on commission for this. Well, I get paid whatever. But this is, I believe, the best one I can buy, because other silk companies, it's not AAA grade. It can be offcuts. It can be, actually, I've heard of cotton being polished to look like that white, lustrous silk, which I think is awful. I have heard that. But this is the real deal. This is 100% AAA grade mulberry silk. You got peace of mind there. Right, 3 payments of £74.65. Are you tempted? What if today, just after Boxing Day, after Christmas period, you made that purchase that determines your best ever night's sleeps? It could do. If it's not for you, you can return it. You actually get a 10-year guarantee on this. How often do you see that? Right, we're down now to single figures on the single. 212998, that's your item number. Just choose whichever size you want. We're also down to single figures, my word, on the Super King as well. That's been very popular tonight. So if you want the double, the king, that's the stock at the moment too. But we're at the busiest part of the show where you do need to be quick. This is not hanging around. I'm just so happy for you, because this could really improve a quality of life. Again, I don't need to claim anything, always doing your own research, but honestly, I'm basing what I'm saying on the feedback we get from the hundreds or maybe thousands of people that have bought this in the past. People love it. People love it. Right, £3, £61.32 if you want to go for the double, by the way. On the double, you're saving £60. The King, you're saving £60. These are special offers today. On the Super King, you're saving £60. If you go for the smaller one, the single, you're still going to save £30. So you get discounts. You can spread the cost interest-free using PayPal Pay in 3. You've got that warranty, that 10-year manufacturer's warranty. It is complete peace of mind. It's one of the most important things we need to think about, our sleep. I think everything's better. Whether I'm working, whether I'm seeing my family, whether I'm driving, I always feel better and more confident after a good night's sleep. Do you know what? We love this, but we talk about these reviews, aren't we? We get so many of them, and thank you. Any more emails, keep them coming through. studio@shopandtv.co.uk is the email address. But Vinny, if you're still watching, right, I wanted to leave my review on the Mulberry Silk sheet. I suffer from, right, here we go, hyperhidrosis. So is that how you spell it? I know the name, I didn't know you spelled it like that. But I'm sorry to hear about this, which makes me sweat uncontrollably, and often in large amounts, to the point where my normal bed sheets are soaked in sweat, and the missus is getting sick and tired of being soaked every night. The Mulberry Silk has completely changed our sleeping game, because it soaks up to 30%. That's right, it does. Yeah, up to 30% of all sweat secreted. My wife sleeps comfortably and loves how easy it is to clean. Vinny, that says it all. That says it all. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. If that resonates with you at home, if you do wake up a bit sweaty and clammy, that could be the reason why your sleep is broken. They call it broken sleep, don't we? We need uninterrupted sleep, so we get into that deep state that naturally repairs and restores our brains and our physical bodies, of course, don't we? OK, which one do you need whilst it's here? Do you need the single for the spare room? It's going to be for your child's bed. Do you need a double, a king for you and your other half bed in the main bedroom? It's going to be a double or a single for the guest bedroom. You can now kit yourself out. And do you know what? It's getting cold. It's getting so cold. People buy these. We're busy for these in the summer because people are too hot. We're busy for these in the winter because people are too cold or too hot. You know, regardless of what you're feeling, this keeps you at the temperature you want to be. You're never going to be too hot. You're never going to be too cold with this, regardless of what season you're using this for. This is the only duvet you'll need to buy. This is your duvet for all year round. 100% AAA grade mulberry silk in the lining in the middle, and it's sandwiched between really good quality Egyptian cotton, 230 thread count. Again, anything over 200 thread count is considered luxury, so you're well into that category with this. Machine washable, again, 30 degrees, wash as many times as you want. It's easy to store if you're taking it away on holiday with you, if you're putting it in a suitcase for hotels, you've got that too. So 212998. We've only got about a minute left on this video. Lower Mulberry Silk Duvet, we've got about 20 minutes left on the show. Sorry, 10 minutes, I'm at 10. Right, 100% naturally non-allergenic. Why? Dust mites can't survive on Mulberry Silk, that's why. It's box stitch, which you can see there. So all that Mulberry Silk lining is going to be held into place. So you're not going to get hot spots or cool spots there. Easy, compact, it's easily compatible for storage. I mean, look, even under ottoman beds, under drawers, for example. You know, maybe you're not using this all the time for guest bedrooms, or maybe you're going to take this on a holiday with you. But you can see it's filled with 100% long fibre and hand-picked long fibres. This isn't offcuts. Long fibre, compared to lower, poorer grades of Mulberry Silk, this gives you that natural, luxurious feel. Lower grades can mat up and clump and they just don't feel the same. This is why people crave and want the AAA grade. But it's breathable, it's moisture wicking, which is why you're never too hot, which is why you're never too cold. It expels excess heat when you're really, really hot. So it just naturally regulates and maintains a comfortable, cocooning, sleeping environment. And that's why we get through so much of this. It's one of the biggest brands we have here on Shop on TV. You love it. Are you tempted? How are you sleeping? Do you think you could be sleeping better? If you think it might be the comfort factor, if you're just not comfortable, the other half's not too comfortable, then buy it. Absolutely buy it. Are you too hot? Is your other half too cold? Can you never settle on the temperature? Can you never settle on which TOG duvet? Well, there's no the TOG system, by the way, that's only for synthetic duvets. This is all about the one duvet that you'll ever need to buy. I'm going to stand here, sit here and confidently say that. Okay, so that's the silk duvet. Well done. We might be able to go to that again tonight. Check out your baskets. It's not yours until you check out. When we're this busy, we feel we're going to sell out soon on the Super King or the single. If you still want the double or the king, they'll be the next ones to go. But someone else could grab yours. When you add it to your basket, it's not reserved. Someone else can pinch yours when we're low on stock. But yeah, check out your baskets, then it will be yours. Right. Something else you might want to add in. If you're going for the mattress, the duvet, get the pillow, or even if you just buy one thing, even if you just want to dip your toe into the world of Mulberry Silk, you might just want to get the pillow. Right, now, it's £60. Normally, that would be the price. It's now £40. You're saving £20. Get two for you, two for your other half, even if it's just one for yourself. But why do people love these pillows? Firstly, you've got a fibre core filling, which retains the shape. This is described as a medium firm pillow, so I think it's a good all-rounder. Whether you like to sleep on your side, your back, your front, people, regardless of sleeping positions, they adore this. We get so much good feedback for this. And did you know, in the first year that these were released, the company that supplies this to us, when they released it, they sold 86 or 89, I think it was 86,000. So 86,000 pillows were sold in the first year these were released. Guess how many were returned? Only 19. Not 19,000. 19 were returned. That is fantastic. 86,000 people loved it, thought, this is my pillow. Because they could have all returned it if they didn't want to. They could have all done it. They thought, nope, this is the one. I found it. 86,000 people minus 19. That is excellent, excellent. I mean, if you're curious how this feels, try it. So you've got that core fibre filling, you've got that Mulberry Silk all the way around, AAA grade Mulberry Silk, long fibre, so it feels luxurious. It doesn't mat up like poorer lower grades, but it's also got that Egyptian cotton all around the outside, so it feels so lovely and soft. And yeah, it's that 230 thread count, so you still got that luxury. And that's also the reason why you don't need a pillowcase for this if you don't want to. I would do. I'd add in the silk pillowcase because they just look so gorgeous. They look luxurious. They look quite opulent, I've got to say. If you want your bed to transform into a boutique hotel kind of style, then I think it's likely it's going to be the case. Yeah, boudoir. If you want it bougie, I hate the word bougie. Isn't it annoying, the word bougie? It's so overused. Is it very youth, is it? Yeah, a bourgeois. But what does it even mean? Bougie is silly, isn't it? But I like the word opulent. That's how I describe the pillowcases. But the Mulberry Silk pillow, whilst you're saving £20, look, It just, look at that, it just retains the shape. It's beautiful. Normally, I'm fighting with it in the night. I've got a lump here, lump here. Do you ever wake up with a bit of a funny neck? Do you? Well, this one, as soon as your head hits the pillow, it looks, right, do you know what? Let me change position now. Right, that, my head just sinks into that pillow. Look, it contours the shape of my head, and it just feels right. It feels right. And do you know what? Right. Imagine if I start snoring, that'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Okay. Normally I take my glasses off. Honestly, I can just feel myself. You know when you just know you're going to have a good night's sleep, I just feel drowsy, and it's going to be minutes before you sink into that sleep. Pillows are so important, folks. So you've got that comfort, it retains the shape, but you know what I used to do? I've got some old rubbish pillows at home, supermarket ones. You know when you're really hot, and then you wake up, you're trying to find the position there. Or if you're too hot, you spin it around, oh, cooler. Minutes later, it's hot. Then you flip it back round. Sound that? That's a bit cooler. It's tiring. It's disturbing your sleep. That could be stopping you from getting that good night's sleep. But also, because it's hypoallergenic, it's great for allergy sufferers. What causes allergies and can trigger allergies, talking about bedding and duvets and pillows, is because of dust mites. They can irritate us. I mean, they are irritating, but quite literally. The droppings, their poop, basically, is what causes the problem. And when they shed their skin cells, that's what can trigger allergies. Dust mites can't survive on Mulberry Silk. It is too dry for them to survive. They need moisture, which is actually why they say try and keep the humidity in your house lower than 50%. It's harder for dust mites to survive. Obviously, vacuum your carpets because they'll probably be in there too. It's hard to avoid, but this is something we can do to actively stop and help to prevent the buildup of dust mites, and therefore it could well help with allergy sufferers. It's got the seal of approval, the certificate from Allergy UK too, and that's for all of the Mulberry Silk products we've got live on this show. Get one, get two, 230 thread count cotton cover. 654-433. It's plump. You sink into this. It could be the best pillow you buy. You've also got a 2-year guarantee, so if it's not for you, you can return it. Don't forget, in the first year these were released, they sold 86,000. Only 19 people out of the 86,000 people returned it. That's a good statistic. That's like a 0.02 return rate in terms of percentage. I can't get over that. But they say about 10 million synthetic, poor quality pillows end up in a landfill every single year. About 10 million. It's such a shame. I find that horrifying. So get one pillow that's bound to be right for you for years and years to come. You've got the comfort. You've got the many natural benefits of being Mulberry Silk, and start enjoying it. The sooner you get it, the sooner you can start appreciating it and see what all the fuss is about. You haven't got to pay the full price either. At the moment, you'll all pay that £40, saving £20. So 654-433. If you want to get some Mulberry Silk pillowcases, you can get them. They're actually £10 off. They're on the website, but how do you buy? If you're brand new to shopping with us, if you go to the website, shopontv.co.uk, as soon as you go on the landing page, click live, scroll down, you'll see the pillows, the duvets, the pillowcase I'm talking about, everything right there. Or just give a call centre ring. They'll make sure you get whatever you like delivered to your door. But thanks so much for your company. I hope you've had a lovely Christmas. I know it's not an easy time for all of you, but I hope you're all okay. And it's been a great show. I've really enjoyed being here. Thanks for all your emails too. I'll be back in a few days with a miracle, shall we? But until then, have a lovely, lovely rest of your festive season.